Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Laurence Plays. What are we playing today? We're playing XCOM 2. I nearly said Factorio. I'm obviously in one of those. It's obviously been one of those days. That looks like the volume's peaking a bit high. Let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. That seems to be slightly better. Maybe not. Anyway, yes, welcome one and all, and where the one appears to be Madman. So welcome. This is the only person who said anything so far. And yes, the leveling up is going quite nicely at the moment. We have, if we look over here in the soldiers, we have a couple of people. We have a couple of majors, a handful of captains, a load of lieutenants, and then some random people down the bottom who haven't been trained up quite as well as we would like. Hello, Tack, welcome. And you're currently out busy on a covert action, so we'll see you back sooner or later, I'm sure. Oh, you're off on said covert action with Madman, so my sympathies there. Yes, I do have quite a lot of wounded at the moment. However, within about 4 days, I will get back nearly everybody. So that's only a few hours. 4 days, that's a covert action, but still 4 days. 4 hours, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days. Less than 2 days. Less than 2 days. 3 days, 3 days, 11 hours. So, yeah, in a couple of days, I will get basically everybody back. So I don't think it's too bad. And I can't have any more people at the moment because I don't have enough because I haven't had enough people submitting their own characters. So in a slightly awkward position there. Yeah, I'm sure you're a dream team out there, really. Who else is on that mission with you? Oh, Mox is out there with you, so you can listen to him prattle. Prattle. Okay, so that's going on there. We've got the blue screen round being worked on over here, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking. I think we're going to see a certain number of robotic enemies in the future, so I'm really looking forward to getting those up and running, and then we'll see what we want after that. In the meantime, what's going on over here? Well, currently we're up to absolutely nothing. It seems we can scan for power, we can scan for miscellaneous resources. We can listen to the Warlock, or we could scan for intel. We seem to be very short of intel, and also fairly short of supplies. So here, let's go for the intel first, because I think we are very short of that. That Warlock is kind of obnoxious and babbly, isn't he? There we go. There's a couple of people recovered. Okay, so one of the alien rulers is guarding a facility. This one up here. That's fine. I can't even get to that one at the moment, so it's not a particularly big deal that we can't do that one. I say I'd like to generate some more intel so I can start thinking about expanding my empire a little bit further. We've got Western Europe over here, which we haven't got yet. We've got all of the Americas and all of Africa. But it'd be nice to push out into Europe and Asia and Australasia at some, or Oceania as it's being called here at some point. So yeah, some spreading out would be nice, and that is going to require this intel over here. So let's try and see if it'll let me click on this button. There we go. And also this gives everyone time to recover. So now we've got almost a full roster of people again. And oh dear, Madman has been wounded. It's okay. So most people are now available again, but Madman picked up a I don't know, maybe one of his hair spikes got damaged during that mission. Hello, Anna. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm very well, thank you. I'm looking forward to some XCOM 2. That's really loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. So we've got a new covert action. Oh yes, because the mission they were off on there was was one of the Hunt the Chosen ones, and that means I get an additional faction order slot, and we also get the Suit Up faction order, and we've unlocked another covert action. So that's pretty good. So what does this mean? All armour and vest projects in the Proving Ground are completed instantly. I mean, that sounds quite useful. I don't have any right now that I'm working on, I don't think. But maybe soon we will. Factions have identified... Yeah, okay, so we want to assign a new covert action because of course we do. Yeah, there was an attack tickle problem, I guess. Right, so what can we get at the moment? And to an extent, I'm kind of tempted to look at the rewards we get from all of this, and then and try and pick based on that, because we've got we've got health buff there, will buff there, dodge, hacking, mobility, aim, will. None of these are that amazing. Oh, the aim ones are quite nice, to be fair. I was hoping for a promotion, really. Hacking +5 would be quite nice for someone like Persistent. But I'm not sure how much we care about making weapon buffs at this point. So I could counter this chosen activity, which would get someone a health buff, which is quite nice. But I'm doing fairly well at not getting people too severely injured at the moment. So I'm tempted to go after something else. So looking at these actual rewards, 17 ability points would be quite nice. I spent most of them in the last stream. Gathering intel seems valuable. I mean, it's what we've been working on at the moment. I think I've got enough facilities at the moment. I'm not too worried about that. An additional scientist is sort of tempting, but I think an engineer would be more useful if I can find one. Also, I apologise for the spam bot that appears to have popped up on Kick over there. I don't think there's a lot I can do about it at the moment, unfortunately, because I'm a little limited on what I can do during a stream. We could form a soldier bond by sending a couple of people out. I think we've got everyone is already bonded though. Although it could be good for bumping up a bond. That's quite tempting. Continuing to look at the infiltrate the chosen is sort of tempting. Alien loot is very tempting. Income slightly tempting. Okay, let's have a look at our soldiers and see who's got a good bond going already and could potentially benefit from an upgrade to that. So we've got Pete and Tristan who are already on a silver bond. Same with Beth and Persistent. Now I'm trying to think who are good people to give convenient upgrades to their who's going to benefit from being given an extra turn. And I think probably Pete and Lobster are going to be the ones who benefit most, because that would give the potential for relocating the sniper and still giving him a proper turn. Or alternatively, if the sniper's hanging back and isn't doing a huge amount, then we could have the ranger run even further and stick as usual stick a shotgun up somebody's nose. Also, Mango and Cheese Wheel is quite a good one for similar reasons with the Ranger, but also giving a Grenadier an extra go is very, very useful too. Yeah, let's send off Mango and Cheese Wheel to go off and up their bond level. That'll get them up to a gold bond, which sounds like a type of tobacco or something like that. And I think that'll be quite useful. So we'll send Soldier Bond. We'll send off who was it? It was Mango and actually who do we want to get? Who do we want to gain the +4 +4 to aim? So we've got Mango is a Ranger and Cheese Wheel is a Grenadier. Now I think Rangers tend to be up so close that the aim buff is less useful to them. So let's try and get Cheese Wheel's aim abilities up a little bit higher. And I've got enough supplies that I'm more than happy to allocate that 25 supplies to making sure none of them get injured on the way through. So we'll confirm that. You can find a Discord link on the from YouTube or Twitch. I'm afraid I don't think Kick has quite got that set up yet. I'm afraid. So we'll send them out. Right. Send them off to go and deal with that. And now the other nice thing is, as I was saying, we've got enough soldiers now who've all recovered from their injuries. So everyone except Madman, in fact, because he got injured very, very recently. So we can now easily field a decent sized squad. So I'm pretty happy with that. I am a little bit less happy with the rank of these people down here. I think I should probably start trying to take at least one sergeant along on each mission we go on to try and get them nudged up the ranks a bit and basically try and feed kills to them, because I suspect the majors in particular are probably going to struggle to get promotions without getting them from the covert ops. So we'll yes, I think that's going to be where they're going to come from. Only 2 days left for the blue screen rounds as well, so that's quite nice. Let's finish off that intel. There we go. And Illyrium researched. Nice. So what do we get from this? Illyrium, blah blah blah. It's incredibly reactive when exposed to high energy particle power. Blah 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 blah. Can't make it on Earth, sure, absolutely fine. Right, so we've got so from this we can build an Illyrium conduit, which I believe is a significantly better and more powerful power plant to keep the ship running. Can potentially research plasma rifle and also powered armor, and these all sound awesome. I think it's going to be very nice to have upgrades to our offensive and defensive capabilities, because you can never be offensive enough in this game. I say we had more than enough supplies, Mark, in order to assign 25 to a covert op. It's yeah, it's not going to be enough once we start trying to spend them on, I don't know, things like plasma rifles and stuff. But for that particular thing, it was enough. Oh, that's okay. That's something we can upgrade an existing power relay with, by the looks of it. And we've got a novel idea related to the plasma rifle, so I think it's worth jumping on that one nice and quickly because we've got an inspiration. And it is, I was thinking that probably either that or powered. Oh, and we can't do powered armor anyway because we need to do the muton autopsy. So yes, I think doing the plasma rifle now is an excellent idea. It's going to cost me 10 of my alien alloys and 10 of my Illyriums, but never mind. I'm happy to pay that, I think, in order to get plasma up and running. There we go. So that's done. Let's have a quick look in engineering, because I was saying I don't have huge amounts of money, but there are a few things in here that I might be able to do, or might want to do. That's inventory. That wasn't what I wanted at all. Build items. So we can. We've got basically everything in here that I want at the moment. I think if we're going to go after the warlock, at that point I will want to have mine shields. But until then, I feel they're not quite as necessary as some of the other. Basically, there's other stuff I want to spend my money on. Weapon-wise, we have an ironic axe. That sounds like a good idea in general. It's 65 supplies. I can afford that. All right, let's try and keep all of the things up to the up high and valuable and as best we can. I'm not going to make any nanoscale vests though at the moment. Let's see. What's going on? Oh yes, it's a blue screen. That's fine.
For all we know, they might have been us before the elders got to them. We're ready to go, Commander. If you need a skulljack, we can build one at any time. Hey, Commander. We can?
Oh, is that a Proving Ground project? Yes, it is. Okay, so maybe we'll make a skulljack at some point. Right. Okay, that's everything I want to faff around with over here. So let's. Oh, what's this? Another intel one. Maybe. Another scientist. I want more engineers at the moment. Scientists are nice and all, but I'd rather go after. I'd rather get more engineers if I could. I think going to this weapons dealer down here and getting some more supplies. Well, not supplies, but bits and pieces would be much more valuable. If I get really desperate, I could consider selling those at the black market. But I think in the meantime, I don't want to do that. So let's do some down here. Right, there we go. Blue screen rounds. Excellent. So I assume that means I now have... Oh, we can make EMP grenades as well. Nice. And blue screen rounds. Do I need to make those, or do I get... Is that something I've built, or is it something I've invented and then need to go off and build separately? I'm not sure, but we'll pick one of these to do first. So... These are improved. I'm not quite sure exactly who gets the bolt caster. I'm suspecting it's going to be the ranger, but I'm not sure. Shadowkeeper is an improved pistol. That sounds tempting, because I think if we can get the Shadowkeeper going, then we can give Mark a better pistol and be able to absolutely wreak havoc with his pistol skills. So let's go for that one, because it sounds tempting. I'm pretty sure I've already made a spider suit. Battlefield medicine. That seems sort of tempting to get better med kits. A spark, sort of tempting again. These ones down here, I'm not going to worry about for now. Bolt caster is very high. Yeah, single shot, very high damage. That makes that fits. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the Shadowkeeper just because I like playing with the with the gunslinger. But right, let's then go over to engineering and try and purchase some blue screen rounds then. Build items. Blue screen rounds. 75 supplies, jeez. Okay, well, we'll just have one of those for now. I could go for an EMP grenade. I think I'm not too bothered about them right now. I think I'll leave that. But I think the blue screen rounds are a good idea. And we'll just hope that we don't have the inexplicable computing phenomenon affecting either of my computers. Well, it'll only affect one of them at most, but maybe the other one we'll get away with it. Right, back to scanning again. I kind of want a mission at this point. Okay, so Mango and Cheese Wheel have successfully bonded slightly more, presumably. Yeah, so they've reached the next bond threshold. This means I'll need to put them in the box to upgrade their bond skills, but never mind. We can do that in a moment. Right. Now we come back to the same problem I had earlier. This is only 6 days. If we send a bonded pair out there, it's only going to be 5, but they might get ambushed, which isn't ideal. Upgrades. Increasing income is sort of tempting, especially as I seem to be struggling with it. We could do another loot recovery. I've just done one of those on the world map, but and it would get me another aim buff as well. All right, let's do this one. Let's have a look and think about who would be good to get to buff their aim. Last time we gave it to Cheese Wheel as a grenadier, and I think giving grenadiers accuracy buffs is quite useful, because they're normally a bit rubbish at accuracy. So let's give that to Ed, which means we'll be sending out Mox with him again. So Ed, he can have that buff. We'll send out Mox because they're bonded, and then yes, we'll spend some of the intel we've just gathered. Even though we seem to have very little of it at the moment. I thought I just acquired a bit more, but apparently not. And we'll do another one of those. Off you go. We can also look into, where is it? It's the training centre over here, and we can improve a soldier bond. So we can get these two. It's going to take them 6 days to bump up their bond level, but that's okay. I think it's worth doing that, because then they'll get advanced teamwork, which means twice per mission they can pass an extra action to each other, and we'll just have to be very, very careful about making sure they go on the same missions. And if we keep them reasonably close together as well, then they can use dual strike, and therefore somebody is going to get a free shot off against an alien. And as I start to see more and more aliens with more and more health, I think these sort of things are going to become very, very valuable. Right. So interestingly, putting 2 of them in here to have a little bit of a bond improvement seems to have called 5 random soldiers. Actually, that's Cheese Wheel there. I don't recognise Mango. Oh, I don't know. One of those might be Mango. I'm not sure. Sorry. I don't recognise them out of their combat gear. Okay, and more stuff, I guess. There we go. There's a Shadow Keeper. Remarkably accurate pistol. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, sure. We'll take that. And then back out here again. Do I have... Oh, I do have... Oh, I have idle staff in the infirmary and the proving ground, because nothing's happening in any of those. But if we come back over to the proving ground, we can choose another project and spend all of our money. Could go for the Boltcaster. Okay, actually, no, better idea. Let's go for the Skulljack and carry on advancing the plot. I think that's probably a good idea. Hello, Trapper. How long have I... I've been playing XCOM 2 for about... I'd say maybe 2 months. I'm pretty much a beginner at it, but I have played the original 1994 XCOM and on a previous stream, and on a previous, and also back before I started streaming, I did play the first of the new XCOMs as well, Enemy Within. So I've completed that one, but yeah, I'm just sort of working my way through. As to how far I've got, well, I've got laser-type weapons, or magnetic weapons, I think they're called, for basically everybody. I've not gone and scared off any of the Chosen yet. So I've not gone and actually properly killed any of the Chosen yet. I'm not quite sure how else to put how far I've got in, but yeah, sort of roughly there. I've got 3 continents. Okay, we've lost some supply income over here, sure. That's a shame. But what can you do?
Constantly hunting us to try and recapture you, Commander, and are spreading terror throughout the resistance as they go. We'll need to pay close attention to each one as they gain more information about our plans.
Oh, well, that's blooming typical, isn't it? I was just thinking I want to go out and expand my reach and go out and make contact with more new territories, but nope, the cost of absolutely everything that costs intel has gone up by 100%. So that's not ideal. I guess we'll be waiting a month before going off and gathering any new places, especially as I've only got 19 intel at the moment. So yeah, I think what I'll try and do is concentrate on gathering more intel in the meantime, and a few other things as well. Okay, that's not too bad. Try and gather a load more intel, and then once the doubling of the prices expires, then I can go off and actually try and spend some of it. So what have we got at the moment? We can get a scientist. We can go up here to gain intel. We could make contact. Could heal faster. I don't think I care about any of that. The only things are get a scientist or go to the black market where everything will be horrifically expensive. So I think let's go to the Reaper HQ and scan there. That will gain me some. Get some intel, and hopefully this will be useful and a useful way to spend my time. Yeah, I think the Chosen are presumably they're just broadcasting across the entire world, which is how we're able to pick it up. That's how I'm going to have to choose to believe it. Oh, okay. So we've had one of our engineers recover from some injuries. Oh, that's a point. I think we could. There's some debris clearing down here. So let's shove in an engineer down here like that. I said there's nobody in the infirmary. Do we have anyone with negative traits? We do. Mark is scared of something. So let's bring him in here and get him fixed. We'll leave the engineer in there, and we have an idle staff in the infirmary. So does that mean the having an engineer in the infirmary, only improves healing rate, so we can actually take her out? Was that her? I wasn't paying enough attention. No, him. Take him out, shove him in over here onto the excavation, and this will gain us some more supplies at least, which is quite nice. And we'll just carry on scanning for intel, because what else can we do? Oh, it's the end of the month. Bum 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 bum. All right, so he seems to be happy with us. That's good news. I like my secret boss person being happy, but now we have all of the chosen trying to do funny things. So the assassin is more likely to try and capture people, and is going into training trying to make herself stronger. Great. The warlock is doing not a great deal, but also is going to try and steal more money from us, and as is the hunter. So that's not ideal, because I do kind of need the money, but maybe we can get it from other sources. So, dark events. We have the chosen sharing information. That's not so bad. Risk of capture on covert actions. I'd quite like to avoid that one if I can. And maybe we should go out and hit another alien facility. But I don't think there are any in range at the moment, unfortunately. Because that would at least push that back a bit further. Or maybe I should wait a little while before I do that. Now, that does sound quite nice, knocking the avatar progress back a bit. Especially as I have quite a lot of slots now. Wow. I have a lot of slots. XP gains being increased, that sounds very useful. That sounds mildly useful. I may remove that one and swap it for one of these if I see how I feel. Looking at the rest of them. So this one I've decided I don't really care about. Because the 3 mobility is nice, but while we're concealed it doesn't matter so much because I'm playing with longer timers. So generally not such a big deal. Heavy equipment, sure, I mean it's not bad, but it's not... I don't care a great deal about that. Black market paying more could potentially be useful. Black market costs reduced, maybe. I think that's going to be the best one to go for. Yeah, I think that these ones are the ones I basically don't care about. The excavation speed, I don't mind. I don't need the extra space at the moment because I can't afford to build anything. So having this running at normal speed, absolutely fine. And I don't use the black market enough for this to be particularly valuable. I probably would go for that one. Maybe I'll go for that one next month if I can raise influence with the skirmishers, and then go over and maybe consider buying some stuff. But at the moment, I just don't have the intel for it. And the Reapers have conveniently collected my supplies for me immediately. That's really useful. I approve of that. But at the moment, yeah, as I say, I need more intel. No jokes, please. So there's not a lot I can do apart from just carry on scanning here. And yeah, I could come over here and build another tower. Would be mildly useful, but I'd still have to make contact with this area before it'd actually be any particularly useful. It would get me the bomb squad buff though, which would be mildly useful. Yeah, what does greater resolve get me? Lightly wounded soldiers, great. I don't care about that all that much. Double agent, meh. Sort of vaguely nice, but not too bothered by that. And we don't know what the one for Asia is yet, I don't think. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to carry on scanning here for intel. There's not a lot more that's worth doing. Those two have finished their bonding. That's nice. And these two have completed their last mission. Aim has gone up, and they've increased cohesion. What was the... Oh, yes, we gained a couple of Illyrium cores. That was... I don't know. I was hoping for a bit more than that, but never mind. Let's assign a new covert action, and let's see, can we get intel? Yes, we can, and we have a whole new set of them as well because it's a new month. So that's really really handy. We could recover loot, which is always nice. It doesn't say what we'll get, but there'll be some stuff, and that's a will gain. Ability points, and we get an aim boost. Intel, I think, is probably going to be the one. 33 intel is not a huge amount, but in 4 days, that's pretty good. Somebody will get a will reward. I think we'll probably give that to Beth, because it'd be very, very useful if she was always available for missions, because having the Reaper for scouting is extremely handy. So we'll bring out Beth, and... No, not Tack. Who's she bonded with? Pink down here. Persistent. Okay, so we'll send those two out to go and... go and learn all about go and acquire some intelligence and a little bit more will as well. And okay, we'll send a scientist with them to make sure that nobody gets hurt. I'm not quite sure how sending a scientist with them makes sure nobody gets hurt, but never mind. I think that's still worthwhile.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
So today it appears that we are essentially going to spend the entire stream just going out and doing covert ops because there is nothing else happening. Okay, we've gained some stuff. Okay, so maybe I should. Right, so there's a couple of options here. I could possibly upgrade this power relay here, which would cost, by sticking in an Illyrium conduit, which would gain me 6 power, but would cost 150 supplies and 20 Illyrium crystals. Or I could go off and do the scanning, which would get me more power, and then also consider building a shadow chamber. I think that's quite a good idea, actually. Let's go and do the scanning for more power,
On the shadow chamber whenever you're ready.
and excavate this area. And we can't build a shadow chamber because we don't have any power. But we can, we can stop hacking stop going for intel for the moment. And where was the power one? Has that expired? Oh, it's expired. That was a thing. I didn't realise that was a thing. Okay, maybe I should have gone after the extra power. So I guess in that case we shall be upgrading this power relay into an Illyrium conduit because apparently that's instant. And then down here we can now we can build the shadow chamber down here. It takes 5 power and we've got 6 power, so sure, why not? Actually, is there a yeah, I'll just build it in here, I think. So I could also build a lab, which would mean research would happen faster, more power. Defense matrix helps defense on a thing. Another resistance comms to get more. Allow me to make contact with more areas, but I don't think I care about that one. I'll just put an extra seat in the one I've got. So yeah, shadow chamber will be the one to go for here.
Shadow chamber construction initiated.
Hurrah! Okay, and yeah, so if I can't go off and scan for extra power wherever that was an option, I guess I'll just carry on with the intel gains. There's not a lot else to do. Well, until the skulljack is ready. Ooh, there we go. There's the thing. Nice. So supply raid. This would be quite nice. You'll get us a load of supplies. But this is one of those ones where you have to go around and tag crates, I think, and they're always a pain in the wasp name because you have to move quickly. And tagging a crate with your Reaper immediately unmasks her. So we've got Lost in the area as well, but the Lost don't really bother me all that much. If the Warlock turns up, that'll upset me a bit more, or at least will require a bit more thought. Right. So off on our first mission. Who have we got? What should we take?
Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Right. So we can't take the Reaper because she's off busily doing covert action. That's a bit of a shame. She'll be back in 5 hours as well. I could have waited a little bit longer, but never mind. So we'll bring Pete and Lobster along as the Ranger and Sharpshooter combo. It's suggesting bringing Peter as a specialist. Now I don't really feel like I have a huge amount of need for a hacking specialist on this mission, but I do need a medic, so perhaps bringing him along for that would be a good idea. Got a second ranger, which I guess if we're moving around rapidly could be quite useful. And Mango is of course teamed up with Cheese Wheel, so that gets us a grenadier as well. So that could that's a good team up there. We do need a medic though. I'll put Peter back in again. And who was the extra person? We've got Yang along as well. What are those guys called? I forget what the Templars. There we go. So the question is, who else do we want? We've got the important ones. We've got 2 Rangers, which means we have loads of mobility on this mission. We can't take the Reaper. We've got a specialist for doing medical stuff. We've got a Grenadier for blowing stuff up or for doing lots of heavy damage if we need it. And we've got a Sniper. So at this point, we're sort of fairly flexible. Another Grenadier would mean blowing stuff up, but that pulls in lots of Lost, but is potentially useful. Another Sharpshooter would help bring it... Ooh, here's a thought. Where's Mark? No, Mark is in hospital having his fear of whatever it was removed from him. Fear of missed shots? I don't remember. A Templar is possibly... Mox would be quite good because the mobility, which means you'd be able to drop him in to grab something and then get away very, very quickly. So I think having the Skirmisher for mobility is probably the way to go here. And because I did say I wanted to bring in some of the lower ranks on a lot of these missions, I did say I wanted to bring along a sergeant on just about everything, but I think that might be going a bit far. So yeah, let's bring Mox along, and then You reckon replace one of the Rangers with the Templar? Maybe. They're again they are nice and mobile, but then so are the Rangers. No, I think this is probably quite a good setup. I am sort of tempted to pull one of the Rangers out and replace them with a lower ranked Ranger in order to try, probably mic'd, in order to try and push people up through the ranks a little bit. But I think this is going to be a mission where we're going to be wanting to move hard and hit fast. So I'm going to I think this is probably a good setup. So let's pull all the guns and toys from basically everybody like that. Now here's another decision. I do have one spider armor. Would I be better off giving that to somebody other than... I would usually say I'll give that to the sniper to get him on top of a building so he can provide covering fire from above. But if I'm trying to go for sort of maximum mobility, we could climb him up there the old-fashioned way, and then give it to somebody else to make them a bit more mobile. I'm not sure at the moment. Well, let's have a look through and see what we've... We'll give it to Heavy. Well, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, because then we'd be able to get her aerial shooting from above elevation bonuses. So yeah, I like that idea. Yes, let's give the spider armor to the Heavy. And then what's she got here? This is a advanced scope. Advanced scope's an aim buff, which is what I like to give to the Heavies because they aren't very good at hitting things sometimes, and a miss and a buff to and a stock for damage when they miss. Alternatively, I've got. Yeah, I think that's probably the best one. Let's send Cheese Wheel in with an aim of 86. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad. But if we can get her up top, then that'll help quite a lot. Grenade launcher, yeah, that's the only thing she can take there. I feel that giving the blue screen rounds to the Heavy is quite good because they can do a lot of shredding of bots. So let's give her the blue screen rounds. It does bring her down to is that only 2 grenades or only 1 grenade at this point? I don't know why that's locked. Oh, requires advanced armor. Okay. In that case, actually, no. I'm going to take the spider suit away from her. Give her back the predator armor, because then I think then she gets 3 slots over here. So we can give her 2 grenades. 2 grenades and the blue screen rounds, and she's got all of those capabilities in there. How good is the specialist aim? That's a good question. I tend to think of the specialist as being more of a support character than anything else. His aim is 88. His aim isn't too bad. That's because he's got a scope on his gun, I think. Yeah, he's got an advanced scope to bump him up by 10% there, and he's got a repeater. So yeah, it's okay. Yes, you're quite right, Trapper. The XCOM is amazing for surprising misses, should we say? He's also got the med kit, which is correct for the specialist. Now over here, what are we giving Flyboy? Let's give him the mimic beacon because he's going to be up front and therefore likely to need it. Mox, I guess it's going to be the smoke grenade because we're running out of things to give to people. And Lobster, yeah, you can't have anything else, I'm afraid. We don't have any more toys for you. But we do have a nicer rifle, though. I believe the anti-materiel rifle is, yes, it's got increased aim, so his aim is up at almost 100 there. And an auto-loader, so he doesn't have to pay for his reload, so that's really useful. Okay, blue screen rounds does lowers hacking defense. That makes a lot of sense, but I think that giving it to somebody else makes more sense at that point. I think because that means somebody else can shoot the bot, and then the specialist can try and hack it. So I think that's probably better that way around. What shotguns have you guys got? You've got actually that looks like a pretty good one. He's got a +5 to gun of 5 repeater. I don't really like that. This one looks better. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's probably more useful. That's a crit chance +10, hair trigger, and then stocks for missing. Hopefully he's going to get close enough that he's not going to miss stuff. So do we give him the shot? Yeah, but I think I want him to have a shotgun, so we'll give him that one. Happy with that. We've done the utility items, we've done the weapons. Oh, I haven't really gone through and thought about the personal upgrades. What are they called? The personal combat sims, but apparently I haven't got any spare. I've assigned all of those to people, and I can't pull them back out without giving them a different one instead. So I think that's probably going to have to do. Done rifle. Oh, if you've got a good shotgun, load out. Augmented shotgun. Yes, this is a good one. So crit hit chance +10. Yeah. So basically, we want to get the Rangers in nice and close. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's all good. You think blue screen ammo on a ranger or a heavy? Well, I've got it on the heavy, so that seems to be all right. Just have to make sure she hits things. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you, Mike. I didn't see you arrive. Welcome to the stream. Yes, let's see how the mission goes. It's going to come down to a sort of one major factor, I suspect, and that is how hard I try and push after the supply crates. Because on the one hand, I can try and push forward really hard to try and get them, in which case my soldiers will be under more danger, or yeah, greed basically. Yes, you're quite right. Or alternatively, I can be a little bit more cautious, lose a few more crates, but keep my soldiers in a slightly better condition. Ooh, that was a very bad frame rate for a moment there. Alright, deploy. Jeez, we're a little bit late to the party there. Right, are we... Yep, so there's one there. That's excellent. We are starting off concealed. That's what I like.
Locate and mark the crates with transponders. Firebrand will handle the rest.
Okay, so there's an edge of the map here. There's an alleyway here. We could use all the people with sort of advanced mobility tricks could leap up onto the top of these buildings and go charging through them to get a bit of a look down on the other side, and we can then potentially. I don't know how we want to deal with the other people. There isn't a convenient alleyway. Normally, I feel like there should be an alleyway through between these buildings about here. There's one down here, so I could run all the way down to here in order to get through, or possibly up here and round this way. That's probably better. Okay, let's take Pete, because he is ludicrously quick, and run him over to here to have a look around the corner. Actually, no, better. Let's move him to here, because that's... Or we could actually, second thoughts, we could go through the building. I saw a smashed window. Right, so if we run him through the building to about here, he's not going to smash any windows or anything, and we're going to be able to have a look out the other side and see what's over there. That feels a little bit risky. Let's come halfway first, because I don't want to accidentally reveal him. He isn't as sneaky as the Reaper is, unfortunately. We can now then run forwards to here. He's going to be in at least low cover, even if he does get spotted, and we're going to get a look out onto this street and see what we're dealing with out there. Yes, I believe so. That's certainly how that fits with my understanding of how the game works, Madman. Yes, the maps are there are a number of blocks. So actually, it's exactly the same as old XCOM. There are a number of blocks, and the game picks out a load of them and says, "Yep, this time you're going to get these blocks, and you'll like them." Right, so let's bring him up to that. That would be a smashed window. So let's bring him to here, and then we can run Mox forwards through the building as well to provide... I was going to say covering fire from above. He's not great at that sort of thing, but I think getting him up here would be a... I think getting into the... Moving as fast as possible at this stage of the mission feels like a good idea. No, move to there, please. Thank you. While we're still concealed, I want to just get in there moving quickly, and flying upwards like that is an excellent way to do it. Now, Cheese Wheel I gave the... No, who was it I gave the spider armour to? Oh, was it Pete? To make him even faster? Maybe it was. It might have been a fail. Okay, well, we'll bring Lobster up here as well by the old-fashioned way, because I think having a sniper high up is going to be very, very useful. Yeah, I certainly have never felt like I look at a mission and I look at a map and go, oh, it's this place all over again. Didn't I move you, Mox? I thought you took both your... Oh, maybe I only did one of his moves. All right, in that case, let's move him forwards up to here, where he's got full cover and can have a look down and... Mutons. Right, so the blue screen rounds, not going to be particularly useful against those guys, but still worth having, I think. We might see some robots later, and they're not. It's not as if they're worse than traditional ammunition. Cheese Wheel, let's run you forwards to here, because we're definitely going to want you to shred those mutons if you get the opportunity. Yeah, I guess the thing is, if you have all your maps completely pre-made, then you can put a lot more care and effort and attention into the design of them and to making them all sort of work together very, very nicely. Whereas if you do procedural generation like this, then they're not going to be quite as pretty, but they're a lot more interesting and a lot more varied. So I think this is better. but even if it's not quite as pretty sometimes. Right, so we've done a full sprint forwards on the overall. Oh, on the graphics side, yeah, I'm trying to remember because it's been so long since I've played new XCOM 1. I suspect you're probably right. There's a lot of crates out here. Three of them immediately. It's been a long time since I played it, but I have this vague feeling that it was a bit less cartoony, whereas this one is a little more stylized, shall we say, to put it politely. Okay, so we have. That's a Spectre, isn't it? So that one is vulnerable to blue screen round. So that'd be a good way to start off with a very, very easy, potentially a very, very easy kill. But alternatively, we also have the mutants who probably have some armor, and therefore it would be rather nice to be able to try and take them out with the what do you call it? With the people who've got the ability to shred, basically. So. Right, now we have decisions to make. We know there are aliens out this way. We're going to need to attack them at some point. My first instinct is to run out here and take up and have a bit of a firing line behind the bus stop. That's dangerous though. If any of the mutons get close enough to throw a grenade, they're going to hit lots of us at once. The other possibility is to spread out a bit. We get someone over here behind this bench, a couple of people behind at opposite ends of the bus stop, someone behind the car, and so on. These are all sort of. These all feel like fairly good ideas. Having them behind here would allow me to get a nice sort of field of fire all going to the same place. Having someone up behind the truck would also be quite good, but that's a long run to get to there, so I wouldn't be able to go onto Overwatch. It does depend a little bit on what the Spectre does in the next turn. If they move this way, then it's not ideal. Let's move everyone forwards and get them behind the bus stop for now, and then next turn I'll think about relocating a bit more into slightly more tactically sound places before we start shooting. So yeah, this is a long move, but never mind. I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, and we found some lost. Okay, so it's going to be a target-rich environment, but that's okay. I mean, we like having lots of targets available. Let's bring Mango up to here. That's a broken window. We don't want to break the window. So let's go here first and then move across that way. There is a way to drop waypoints, but I forget what it is. I think it might be control click or control right click, but I'm not sure enough to really want to risk it. Okay, we'll put Lobster here. Then he's up against the window and can shoot down from there appropriately. Mox can fire from there. He's not going to yet. Oh, we can see the mutons again now. We must have got someone a little bit closer. Oh, hold on shift. Okay, you might be right. I sort of don't want to try when it matters, and it very much does at the moment. Let's bring Pete up to here, so he's significantly more hidden, but also ahead and not an obvious grenade target for the mutons. Oh, we spotted more lost. Okay. Again, I don't really mind too much about the lost. They're mostly harmless, should we say? And we'll bring whoever this is, Peter, over out this way, I think. Okay, so we are now ready. I shall do an Overwatch all, and we shall be good to go, I think. Okay, the aliens aren't doing anything. I think I approve of that. So. Now we get to decide how we want to open the confrontation. I could move Cheese Wheel to here and then drop a grenade on them. I think dropping a grenade on them is probably a good idea because it'll strip both mutons of their armor. It'll do a load of damage and it'll do a little bit of damage to the Spectre as well. It does mean that she can't then use her heavy cannon against them unless I do a power of friendship thing with her. But that might not matter. I could potentially then also run round with Pete and stab something, or shotgun it at short range, and also it's exactly the same with Mango, and potentially, no, he can't take any pot shots from there. That's somewhat unhelpful. A Spectre burger with muton buns. Yes, unfortunately we don't have Mark around for dealing with the lost, but we do have Lobster up here who can do a little bit of pistol play in order to deal with them a bit. But yes, it's going to be slightly more awkward than sometimes. I think I am kind of torn because I do feel, on the one hand, I want to try the shiny new blue screen rounds on the Spectre, which is a 92% hit chance, so that's probably going to hit. On the other hand, I kind of want to drop a grenade on them all, well, a bit like that, but a bit more so. So that's going to be 3 to 4 damage. Okay. Whereas if I do the shooting of the no, not that one. If I shoot that one, then that's 11 to 30. Okay. To be honest, I think that's so much more damage that I think I want to go for that one, and also a chance of kill, which is also nice. Yes, it would be nice to have the aliens and the Lost fighting a bit more, but you can't always get everything you want. Yeah, that does so much damage and is a potential one-shot kill, and especially if we get the crit, that I think it's very worth going for this one. So if we pretend that all the numbers are completely independent, and I don't know whether they are, we've got a 33% chance of getting enough damage to kill it straight off there, plus and also a 40% chance over there. So I think our chances are reasonably good. Let's see what happens. There we go. Was that a crit? Yes, it was. Nice shooting, Cheese Wheel. I approve. It does mean we haven't shredded the mutons, which is a bit of a shame. But c'est la vie. We can do something about that now. Well, we can't do something about shredding the mutons, but we can go in and just hit them hard. Or it could. Oh no, we haven't got a Reaper. We can't remote start the vehicle, and also Pete's standing right next to it, so we can't do that for that reason either. Okay, so we have woken up the Lost. Let's try and do something about them in the non-time unity way. So we can fire a pistol at that one. It's a 97% chance. I'm prepared to take that shot. Oh, I didn't look at its health. Damn it, that was dumb. And that's just used up his turn. Oh, for goodness sake! I completely blanked on actually checking out his health before I fired. That was a massive failure. Okay, so we can move to here. He's probably then going to get a crit on the Muton. Or actually better here, because then he won't be attacked by that one. So if we move to here, we can finish off that loss, because it's bound to be 100% from there. We can check out whether there's any more in here that we need to deal with as well. We can get the crate, and then we can hopefully also get the Muton. Yeah, running into a massive bunch of Lost with a melee attack does sound like an extremely bad idea. Okay, so we've got 100% there, so we'll take the Lost out. Boom. Like that. We can't see any more Lost around, which is interesting. So let's tag the crate. Actually, let's not tag the crate, because we're going to use it as partial cover from that Muton. Let's just hit this Muton in the face with a load of buckshot. So 7 to 9. That could be a kill. So there's a it could do a kill on straight up just on damage, but also there's a 65% chance of a crit. So I think this is quite a likely kill. Let's take the shot, see what happens. There we go. Another crit. Lovely. Okay, you can mark the supplies, but I'm not going to do that just yet. This is a tip I picked up from some random YouTuber, which is if you're doing one of these missions and you've got control over a crate like this, don't mark it, because then if Advent randomly mark one for pickup, you're already on top of it, and you can poke it and save it. Whereas if you go running to if I mark it for collection, then there's a slightly higher chance of them picking one somewhere off in the darkness that I can't actually get at. Oh right. Of course, yes. I sort of knew that Mutons do melee counter, but I completely forgot about it. So I'm rather glad I didn't do that with Pete. Okay, Mango is still in concealment, so it's tempting to keep her that way and see what Peter can do against this Muton. So if we bring him to here, he's not going to have a flank, which is a shame. He could throw a grenade, which would do a bit of which would shred the armor and do a bit of damage. So bring it down to probably down to six health left. I think a better idea is just going to be straight up sending Cheese Wheel in. To be honest, I can't get who's this? I can't get Mox in a useful way. He can't throw a grenade at all outside. He's just going to pull the pin and sit on it. I can't use Tristan because I screwed up earlier. So I think, to be honest, I think the best thing to do is going to be try and repeat exactly what we did over here with Pete using Mango, and then if things go badly, then we'll bring Peter up for the finisher. Now looking at we also have a few Lost around. These are at about 90% hit chance. I think I'm going to save that we'll run forward. We will reveal Mango, which is a bit of a shame, but I think at this point I'm prepared to take that. And yes, we know you've been spotted. Yeah, that's fine. And then, wait, what? How was that? Oh, that was a long move, not a short move. Damn it! Ah, that was a massive fail. Does this mean I should consider using a mimic beacon? It does, but except I think Pete's the one who's got it. Yes, Pete is the one who's got it, so we can't use the mimic beacon. I might have just put Mango in a rather awkward position. Oh, that's really annoying. So I could do. Woken up. That's frustrating. I don't know what I was thinking. Does she have run and gun? Is that what would have to? Yeah, she has run and gun. I should have used run and gun, and then it would have been fine. I just didn't look at the interface properly. That's a massive fail. Let's take out these lost because I don't want them to come in and make things worse. And this one is a 6. That one's not a guaranteed kill. Not only is it 98%, it's also I've got to do 5 to 7 damage, and that's got 6 health. So let's not take that one. Only 72% against this one. Let's do aid protocol instead. And no, not none of these people. Yes, let's give Mango a bit more defense, and then hopefully, despite being in a flanking position, hopefully then the Muton will just straight up miss. Because I think the chance that there's no way that he's going to kill the Muton with the shot. Yeah, I think it's not basically it's not ideal. This is probably going to be slightly better. Muton is just standing there. I sort of approve of this, but I also would just like it to put me out of my misery. Oh wait, oh right, okay. I've got a couple of moves left that I had forgotten about. I think there's no point in having Mox up there. I can move him down here, where he will be able to see the Muton, and can possibly take a pot shot at it, but won't do any significant damage. But I think there's no point in having him up there, so I'm going to bring him down. Smashing. Now we can take the 44% shot. Oh, we could do Whiplash. That doesn't cost an action. I mean, that's a 46% chance of a hit. He's only got one of those for the entire mission, though. I don't think that's worth it. Oh, Flashbang. That's not a smoke grenade might help as well. Who's got the flashbang? No, I haven't got any. I could use the smoke grenade, which would give Mango even more defense. All right, let's do that because I've screwed up so badly over here. Let's give Mango the defenses to hopefully not get too much. Hopefully avoid the as much damage from the Muton. That wasn't a loud explosion. That was a smoke grenade. Don't be silly. Anyway, we're not going to claim this crate right now, so we'll end the turn. Oh joy! And we're getting the it's the warlock. Yeah, the warlock with that hair. It must be the warlock. Okay. That's going to make things even more fun. So he's immune to melee as well, so we don't want to do that to him. But he is easy to target from high ground and takes increased damage from skirmishers, which is Mox. Hooray!
You fall to the Elder's greatest warrior.
Right. Okay. Well, he's only got 20 health. Well, I think we'll just try and ignore him for the time being and hope that he stays out of the way, because I think they've claimed it. Well, they've sort of claimed a chest or two. Right. What's that Muton going to do? Wow! That was amazing! So, Hunter's Instinct, an enemy moves within point blank range and you just automatically shoot them in the face. Excellent. I approve of that. I'm also extremely grateful. Wow. Right. So that's fantastic. So we're going to move. Right, first things first, I'm going to move Pete over here to claim that crate, because that has been painted red, and we don't want that to happen. So run over here and have a very quick look around to see if that spots any more enemies, and if it does, well, after he's claimed it, he might run away, straight up run away. So we'll move him over to here, first of all. Yep, he spotted... Oh! Okay. They were quite well hidden. Right. Okay. Well, that doesn't change anything about this crate. So we'll mark the supplies there, or at least we'll peek the supplies, like that. Good. And now, where's Cheese? Here's Cheese Wheel. Cheese Wheel. We gave you those blue screen rounds for a very good reason. How much? Right. So you've got a 100% hit chance. 11 to 13. That's mostly going to kill it. If I use oh, dual strike. Who's the bond? Who's your bond mate? Who is your bond mate? How do I find out? How do I check? Seriously, who's your? How do I check? Is this a bond mate thing? No, it is, but it's. Oh, here we go. Mango. Right. So I can get Mango to get a free shot as well. Where is Mango? Mango. Oh, of course, Mango's up here. I don't think that's useful. I thought that was chain shot for a moment and got really excited. But no, we're just going to straight up shoot this mech in the face because we have blue screen rounds and it's going to hurt. This is why Mango is here with those blue screen rounds. Boom. 10 damage. That's not too bad. It's down to 4 health. It's got 1 armor, so I need somebody who can do 5 damage, which is basically anybody, possibly even Mox. Now we're going to move... We've got another advent crate over here, so I'm going to move Peter over here to claim that one. And also to dispatch some of these lost who are lurking around in the area. So what have we got? We've got 100% on that one. No, because it's hollow-targeted. Excellent. And we've got the Archon over there at 69%. Now, I gather that Archons aren't enormously dangerous on their first turn if you don't anger them. So we're not going to attack that one unless we think we've got a really good opportunity against it. But we are going to mark the supplies. Or at least this time we're going to Peter the supplies, and then we're going to start killing some lost. So we've got 3 rounds left, so we'll take out the nearest 2 of them, and then we'll finish off the mech. Oh, and once again, I've not checked the bloody health of them. I've got so used to being able to one-shot lost that I've stopped checking it out properly. So, and there's a trooper in here as well, which we kind of need to deal with. So, if we move Mango to here, she's guarding that crate. She can take a pot shot at the trooper in there and potentially hit them, but also potentially not. Or alternatively, I could run Pete in. Can you reach him with a slash? No, he can't. What about Mango? Can you get in there and stab them? No. But you could get there. I could get either of them in here and flank them, and then do an almost certainly get a crit. So let's think about Pete for the moment. If we move him to here, then yes, he's got a nice easy flank on that trooper and can get an almost guaranteed kill. If we bring Mango round to here, then she can finish off this robot. Again, basically a guaranteed kill because it's got hollow targeting on it. So I'm okay with taking both of those out. It also pulls us a little bit further away from the lost, apart from this one. Peter might be in trouble. Oh, we've got Mox as well, who can help. Oh, and also we've got Lobster up here, who can see 100% on that one. It's got 6 health. Fire pistol, not that one. That one is a 97%, does 4 to 5, so that's not going to be a kill. Okay, well we won't do that then. We won't go after the Archon. We won't go after the trooper. We could also finish the mech off. Oh no, we can't. No, again, that's not a guaranteed kill, so there's no point in doing that. So I think that means we need to switch over to the rifle, and then we can just start blasting through all of these lost out here. Got 87% are on that elite trooper in there, and we've got Rupture as well, and Killzone and Deadeye, and many other things that will should make. And we do 7 to 9 damage with this, more importantly. So that means we will kill any of the lost with a single shot. Okay, that's all useful information. Let's go back to Pete. Because I think sending Pete in to take out that trooper is very, very useful. And if it turns out he can't, then Tristan can give him an extra turn to do so. So we'll run in here like this. And again, I forgot to use bloody run and gun. Okay, so Tristan's going to give him an extra turn to deal with that. Having put him in there, I think it'd be a bit too dangerous not to. Yeah, I need to start actually remembering to use run and gun when I try and run in to gun. So, if you could just please shoot this guy, and if you could get that crit, it'd be rather nice. Although it's not vital. I just want him dead. That was a 97% chance of hitting, and he missed it. Right, you can follow up with a pistol shot. You could finish off the mech. You could take 88% on him, but that wouldn't be fatal. There's probably no point. Sorry, 80% on him, but it wouldn't be fatal, so there's probably no point. Let's go back to the earlier plan and have somebody take... Right, so how much damage can Mox do against this thing? 5 to 6. So that is a guarantee. That is a kill on hit. That will be a kill. Alternatively, we could do a justice on that guy, 71%. Bring him out here, and then Tristan will be able to finish him with the pistol. That seems quite good. Yeah, let's try this.
Accept your fate.
Nice. Can I get the stab part of the justice, please? Thank you. Right, so we do that. Oh, actually, Mox could just finish him off himself. But what we want to do first is we want to bring Mango round here to finish off the mech, because that's kind of important. So bring Mango to here. And if Mango could, in fact, puree the mech, that'd be much appreciated. There we go. Lovely. That's a massive gun. No wonder the mech's hit hard. Oh, and a free action from a hair trigger. Even better. In that case, let's take out some of these easy lost, shall we? So there's that one at 97%. 6 health. Yeah, it's a guarantee. Well, a 97% chance of a hit kill. But first, let's be slightly more careful about this. Let's go back to plan. Oh, Tristan can't shoot the Tristan can't shoot this guy down here. I thought that was going to be easily within his view. So I guess we'll get Mox to do it instead. Just have him finish what he started, I suppose. We've got, yeah, he doesn't do enough damage to reliably take out Lost, which is quite frustrating. But he does reliably do enough damage with 2 shots to take out one of those guys.
For this very purpose,
Right, so now who have we got left? So we've got Tristan up here with 1 action left. He can shoot this Lost and do some damage to it, or he could shoot the Archon, but as I stated, we're leaving the Archon alone for the time being. But there's no point in shooting this Lost, because it'll only do half damage. So Tristan will probably just go on pistol Overwatch and shoot the first Lost that moves. So over here we will just start shooting, and that's a guarantee. That's a kill on hit at least, which is what matters. And just try and take out some of these Lost that are polluting the area. Only a 76% chance on this one. How about we leave that one? And this one's a 74, which is even worse. But if we leave the other one, then Tristan might shoot it with his pistol. That'd be quite handy. So we go for this one instead, even though it's a 74%. That'll leave her with an empty gun. We can then maybe... Oh. Or alternatively, it just straight up won't be a kill. Alright, and we'll put Tristan on pistol Overwatch. And then we're ready to go. Oh, he's going to probably shoot the Archon. Oh, never mind. Actually, at this point, it's okay to shoot the Archon, I think. Oh, it's not doing the... I have been lied to. I thought they always did, almost always did blazing pinions if you didn't wind them up. Maybe it was because they were. Oh, and we've got a couple of spectral zombies to play with, but never mind. Maybe it's because what's the name? Mango was a bit too exposed. Was flanked by it. Oh, I think that van is going to explode. And I think that zombie's going to explode as well. That's not good. Well, actually, I say it's not good. It's not too much of a problem. We just need to make sure we're not standing next to them when it goes up. And we've got a load of Lost to play with. A load more Lost to play with as well. Okay. It's the Lost's turn, though. What are they going to attack? I kind of hope they don't attack that zombie, because if they do, it might explode. But we get to balloon out a couple of crates at least, which is nice. Yeah, the 97% chance missing was definitely an XCOM moment. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Right, so we've got this Archon up here. What's your aim like against it? Only 66%. That's not as good as I was hoping. Actually, it's probably because it's up in the air, I guess, isn't it? Okay. We'll think about that for in a moment. Right, so you need to move away from that van because it's, and from that zombie, because they're both going to explode. So let's put you over here. Unfortunately, that means you now can't do anything other than throw a grenade because you're out of because that was your first action, and that was a rather important action to take. So I didn't want to forget it. Cheese Wheel, can you see the Archon? You cannot see the Archon. That's unhelpful. Mox, you do 5 or so damage, don't you? So if you shot at this one, yeah, you do 5 to 6, so that'll definitely blow that up. Is there anyone else within striking distance? No. So that's probably... blowing that up is probably fine. It might take out all these zombies as well, which would be mildly convenient, because it'd save us a load of ammunition. So let's do that first, and then start thinking about... actually, let's pull... I also need to pull Peter back, I think, and then start thinking about all of these zombies that are basically surrounding him. Actually, I don't need to pull it. Oh, he's only got two rounds left in his magazine. So if he starts shooting zombies, then you can take out the first 2 guaranteed hits. Then you can reload, take out another 1 guaranteed hit, and take out... well, you can just keep shooting stuff, and then he's going to need some help with some of the rest of it. But basically, he's got 100% on everything. So yeah, let's just start shooting.
Target neutralized. Draining ammo fast.
And then we can reload.
Drain neutralized. Negative ammo.
So this is his first action of reloading. Then he can shoot this with this zombie because it's about to pull his face off. And for his last trick, we're going to want to shoot this other one as well, this psionic zombie. But we might as well pick off a couple. Actually, no. Let's shoot this one with somebody else, with Mox first, and this will blow this up, and we'll find out how many of these zombies we lose in the process. So let's go for this shot first. Let's go for the easy one. There we go. That's good. Oh, it didn't take out any of the lost. That's quite disappointing. But let's continue over here. So you can take out. You've got 3 rounds left, and there's another 100% shot there. So we'll take that one because it'd be rude not to. And then we'll take out this spectral zombie right in front of him, and that'll be the end of his turn. There we go. Oh, so Blazing Pinions takes two actions, does it? That explains it, I guess. Okay, that's upsetting, but at least it makes a kind of sense. Let's put... does an Archon count as a robotic enemy? I'm not sure, but I think I want to shoot it with Cheese Wheel anyway, because that'll get me, if I can get to a position where I can. Okay, it's gone up, sort of weirdly upstairs in this build. Stop it. It's gone weirdly upstairs in this building, and there isn't... yeah, we can't see through the wall here. Okay, so she can't... it's this wall she's trying to see through. So I moved to... hang on, how can you not see this unless you actually go inside the building? That's ridiculous. Maybe we're better off bringing everyone outside and going on Overwatch and waiting for it to come out after us, and then shooting it. Who else hasn't gone yet? We've still got Pete in there, ready to be used. Mango can reload, but can't do anything else at all. Oh, except perhaps grenade. Tristan has a 91%er on that with the rifle. He can get 7 to 9, which is going to be some damage. So that's, well, some. What if we switch over to pistol? Because he can get 2 shots off with the pistol. I think that's going to do 4 to 5. So that's 8 to 10 if he can hit both times. But does he have? No, that's an orange action, so he doesn't have 2 shots with it. So I think we do need to go at it with the sniper rifle. But we could take out two of the lost first, and if there are any of them that seem to be in a sort of remotely dangerous place. I don't think they're close enough to be particularly dangerous, even to Peter. So I think we'll not do that. Let's just go straight. Well, actually, that said, he's got the 100% on them, so we might, and 3 rounds in his magazine and 3 reloads. So we might as well start picking. We might as well pick off at least a couple of the lost, I think. Although, to be honest, I should take the ones that are a little bit closer than that. Like this one. Let's take that one out. It's in the smoke, so it gets a defensive buff, but he's got such a high aim score on it that it's not too much of a danger. Right, now let's go for the Archon, which isn't quite as sure a shot, but I think is worth going for anyway. There we go, so that's 7. It rolled a minimum, which is a shame. But at least that's hurt it a bit. It is quite possible that it would have been a better idea to use teamwork to give Pete an additional a go, but I don't think actually. No, we've already done that, so we wouldn't be able to. Can't use sword, can't use frag grenade. So it's basically just we've got the opportunity to shoot at it, which will do 6 to 8 damage. Very unlikely to get a crit. That's probably not going to be fatal. Who else have we still got this turn? We've still got Mango, but Mango needs to reload and can't realistically do anything else. Mox has done one action and therefore can't realistically do anything else. We can't we can't see the Archon with him, so we can't whiplash anything useful. And we've got Cheese Wheel, who could in theory put a grenade in through the window up here and hit it for some damage. But I don't know if that's a particularly useful thing. Who's she team working with again? I've forgotten. Mango. Here's a thought. We could send Cheese Wheel inside to here, which is a double move. Then give her an extra turn with Mango. She can shoot the Archon, hopefully get holo targeting on it. And if not, it's at least going to be a much easier hit for Pete, and it's going to be hurt. So let's try that. Let's move her to here. Then give her the extra action. We can do this twice as well, which is quite nice. We have nothing to fear except fear itself. And then if you could just, shoot that Archon in the face, I would very much appreciate it. And this wouldn't be a fatality. So it looks like the Archons do not count as robotic units. Merely angry units. But that's got holo targeting on it now. So we have a 91% chance with Pete, which is pretty good. I'm prepared to take that one. I'm not prepared to go Deadeye and reduce the aim chance in order to get more damage, but I'm prepared to take a shotgun blast at it, like that. There we go. Nice. Phew. Pete has implacable because so he gets an extra move because he got that kill. Let's pull him back a little bit, just away from that lost as much as anything else. Mox has another turn. I think we'll just stick him on Overwatch. He can shoot whichever lost moves first, and that is it for my turn. Phew, that was quite a big turn. Okay, so Advent have claimed that one and that one, but we can go in and get those, so that's okay. The Lost are doing stuff which I can't see because the camera has decided to stare right at a brick wall, so that's helpful. Here they come. And Mox has missed. Oh well, never mind. Ooh, they've got rather close to my indoor squad over there. Okay, they got closer to Peter than I was hoping. That's unfortunate. And closer over there as well. Okay. The Lost seem to have suddenly got rather more dangerous than I'm used to. It might just be because I've let them get a bit closer than I normally would. But yeah, this is being a bit more. They're being a bit more of a problem than I expect them to be. So Peter, if we run you over here, we can claim this box, and then you can shoot these Lost. Actually, we could just shoot the Lost. See, shoot the Lost, reload on the first, and move over there. We won't be able to take out. No, we can shoot them, move. Claim the thing, then reload, and we'll be able to do that. So okay, so let's. I could shoot one of them rather. So we'll take out that one because he's in the way, and get somebody. Hang on, which one's got more health? That's a 3, so even Mox can take that one out. Let's deal with this one because that's a guaranteed kill. There we go. Then move to there. Then claim the box. And then reload the gun. Okay, and he's, suitably out of range of just about everything. Right, Mox can now take on that nearby... No, not that one. Yes, that one. Take on that Lost. We could use whip. Oh, he's run out of ammunition. Okay, we'll reload. Then take on that Lost there. 92% chance. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And we've got We've got Mango right just here in case we need any more for any more. Right. Cheese Wheel has run out of ammunition, so she could reload and deal with all of these guys. That's probably fine. Whippet has got one round left in the mag, so I think moving him to here to claim this crate and then shooting one of these lost will be quite good. And then he can reload, and he'll be out. It'll be the end of his turn, but he'll be able to do all of that. So bring him around here. Get the loot as well, of course. Advanced repeater. Sure, not my favourite type of loot, but you know, I won't say no. Claim the supplies. Why is he out of actions? He did one thing. He moved from here to here, and he claimed a crate, which is a free action. I'm very confused. In that case, I think, what? Did he only get? I don't understand why he only got one move. Okay, well, Cheese Wheel can reload and then start shooting. Yep. I thought the yellow square was the loot to pick up. Maybe they just happened to coincide and I didn't. Yeah, maybe that was a long move and I just screwed it up. Okay, all right. I apparently screwed up. Now take the one inside first because that's the one Tristan will have the most trouble getting at. Ooh, and a promotion. Nice. So we're just going to... Oh, that's a 9er. I shouldn't have... Oh. Damn it. I keep not looking at how much health they've got. Oh, that's really frustrating. You haven't done anything yet, so yeah, we'll get you the reload.
Locked and loaded.
And then what are your shots like? So you've got 100% on that one, you've got 81% on that one, you've got 76 on that. Oh, because that one's been... Because that one has been holo targeted by, incidentally, by Cheese Wheel. I forgot about that. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we'll see if we can just carry on popping them from here. 81%. It's good enough that it's worth a try. Didn't really need the crit, but I won't complain about it. And then we can take on this one as well, just to clear them out as much as we can. Good. So it looks like there's another 2 lost around somewhere that we know about, but I haven't been able to shoot for now. I don't see any more lost, which worries me a little bit. Let's switch over to the eye in the sky, who can't see anything at all, but we can grab him a free reload. And he has no squad sight shots at all. Interesting. Can you see them? I know you can't do anything about it, but can you see them? No. Okay, there were two grey lost symbols on my on the thing when I was trying to decide where to move Mango to. So maybe not. Maybe we don't actually know about any. All right, I'll take it all back. I'm clearly making things up again. So let's grab a reload here because she's down to one round left in the mag, and then we can do an Overwatch. I said we can do an Overwatch. Okay, I'm getting very confused about how many turns, how many times. Yes, so she can. Oh, she got an implacable move. Right. Okay, that's why. All right, that's fine then. We'll leave her where she is. Anyone else? No, we've got you. We'll stick you on long watch up here. But we could do no. The Warlock is blooming miles away. I'm basically not worrying about him until he comes to me because I think I'd rather not. I don't want. I had enough to deal with over the last couple of turns, basically. So I thought I won't go out and try and poke him. He's way over somewhere on the other side of the map. Actually, he might be in this building, I think. I'll try and keep more of an eye on it next time we're shown what he's getting up to. But basically, he's not getting involved with us. So yeah, he's not getting involved with us. So therefore, he's probably not too much of a danger. Yes, okay. I'll try and look at colours a little bit more carefully in my next turn. So there he is. I said he was in that building. Ooh, he's okay. Well, that's half his health gone, almost. And he's crossed because we went in and blew up one of the facilities because the advent clock, the avatar clock was getting too high. But yeah, don't care about that. Yes, we know it's one of the Elders Chosen. And he's summoning chrysalids, because of course he is.
These chrysalids seem a little smaller than I remember.
Just what we need.
Not really their size we had to worry about.
Mind Scorch, that sounds unpleasant. Is that going to be a Dazed? Okay, Dazed is not so bad. As long as he can still see, then it's not the end of the world, because Tristan and actually everyone else can bring shots to bear on them from a long range. What are they going to attack? Are they going to go after the Chosen? That'd be quite nice. Yes, they are. Excellent. That could provide him with a suitable distraction. The question is, do I still get the 10 free ability points if the Chosen gets killed by a Lost? Shoop! Balloon time.
One of our soldiers is in a daze.
Yeah, he's the one who can snap people out of it remotely as well, which is unhelpful. So, let's see. You managed to shoot the Chosen once just now. It's a 57% chance of a hit. That's not great, to be honest. If we could get Mango into a position to put holo targeting onto him, that'd be quite nice. But there's quite a lot of other stuff going on near us at the moment. Right, can we get Mox over to him? We can, but we can't get him out of it. We'll not be able to get him snap him out of the daze when we get there. I think we're probably just going to have to leave Peter in a daze for another turn. With that chrysalid being there, though, that's a bit of a worry. Can you see the chrysalid? No, you can't. You can see the Chosen. How can you not see the chrysalid? If you can see the Chosen, if you can see the Warlock and the zombies over here, how can you not see that chrysalid? Okay, Pete, you're nice and quick. If we move you up to here, you'll be able to see both the chrysalid and the Chosen. So I think that's quite useful. If we can get you to there, it's shotgun blasts from there though. So and you need to reload, and we've used teamwork between him and Tristan already, so we can't get him an extra turn from that. We can move Cheese Wheel up to here. She's only got 1 round left in the mag though. That would allow her to put holo targeting on anything we want. She can get an extra turn from Mango, who is currently all the way back here, and therefore less. Yes, I think letting. So let's see. If we move Cheese Wheel to here, she can shoot a Lost and get a turn again. She can reload, and that'll end her normal turn. But then if we give her an extra turn from Mango, she can then shoot another Lost. Although that one has 8 health, so maybe we don't want to shoot that one. And then we can put holo targeting on the Chosen, and then hopefully Tristan can shoot the Chosen. That does leave us with this chrysalid, which is easily in dashing range of Peter at the moment, and that's my biggest worry, I think, at this point. We do have a few more people. I can bring Pete round over to here and take a pot shot at the chrysalid. Or throw a mimic beacon. Throw a mimic beacon if he can't get a decent throw. Yes, let's do that. So let's move Pete forward to here. Ooh, use Mox with Mox's hook. That's a good point. I forgot about that. So that could get him to, well, here, which is then a short move over to here to help Peter recover, or up to here, which is less useful. Yeah, so you could get over. If I run him to here, he can then do 1 move to get to here. He can electro zap the chrysalid and then probably shoot the chrysalid. That's a very good idea. Thank you. That's a fantastic point. Thanks. Yes. So let's do that. Let's grapple to here.
Repositioning.
Because that brings him so much closer. And then I think, yes, there we go. He can now drop down here next to Peter in order to help him recover. And do a, here we go, revive, which is a free action. Wake up, he seemed to say. And then we can whiplash this chrysalid. I wonder if he can justice the Chosen. I mean, he can't because it's on cooldown, but we can. I think doing whiplash because it's free and we're not desperate. Oh, that was less damage than I hoped for. To be honest. Oh, it dodged. That's why. Peter could take a pot shot at the chrysalid. 97% hit chance, but he can't kill it, so that's not a great idea. He could scanning protocol. That's not especially helpful. He can medkit anyone. He could throw a grenade, and again hurt the chrysalid, shred its armor, but it's not going to be a kill. Actually, that's it. If he and Mox both shoot at the chrysalid, it'll probably be fatal. Or Mox could... Actually, if Mox grenades it and then Peter shoots it... Because Peter had a pretty good hit chance, didn't he? His was, yeah, 97% hit. So, yeah, let's get Mox to grenade it. And say we don't... And remind ourselves that we just don't care about the Lost. Like that. So there we go. So that's shredded and down to a suitably small amount of health. That's a lot of Lost. Maybe this was a mistake. Now, Peter, you've got a full magazine, so save one for the chrysalid. Oh, you've got a full turn. So if you take easy shots, 1, 2, 3, 4, reload, 5, 6, 7, and chrysalid, this might work quite well. And we'll use some. We've got a few other people around who can take an emergency shot at the chrysalid if he misses one of these 90-something percenters. So, right, he is still on blue, isn't? Oh no, he's not on blue. He's being, because he was stunned. He's only got a single move. So we'll shoot 2 of these zombies and then take out the chrysalid. 1. 98%. Actually, let's go for the chrysalid now because I'm just paranoid after that 97% earlier. There we go. Chrysalid down. Nice. We've upset the warlock, so that's even better. Now what do we do? Now what was my what was I planning? Yes, it was move cheese wheel up to put hollow targeting on the chosen. So move cheese wheel up to here. That's a blue move. We've got some of these fools around. Now I could start shooting the Lost, which would definitely. Can I kill that one? No, I can't. Okay, we don't have the firepower to reliably kill some of these Lost, which is very upsetting. We do have a 100% chance of hitting, which is nice, but that's not so useful. Yeah, I know 1 ammo. My plan was for her to come out here, shoot a Lost, get an extra turn from Mango, and then carry on from there. But actually, I think probably Mango might be more useful on her own. The amount of health that zombie has bothers me. I think we're probably going to be better running Mango forwards to take out probably maybe this zombie and be ready for others. We can then use Pete to take out that one because I reckon Pete is probably going to get a crit. Is Pete available? Yes, Pete is fully available. So if we bring Pete up to here, he can probably crit on that one, and it's going to be a bit less upsetting if he doesn't. So yeah, let's go back on that plan. Let's take the shot at the chosen. It's a 47%er, which is terrible, but if she hits, it'll be amazing, and if she doesn't, she's going to give Tristan a 15% aim boost. So I think this is worth it. Oh, she hit as well! Awesome! Ha! I'm very happy with that. Now, that means Tristan has a 72% hit chance from there, which isn't bad. He also has 100%ers on lots of these Lost, so let's thin the herd a bit, because there's too many of them around. Now, I don't think he does enough damage to take that one out reliably. No, it's 7 to 9, so we're not going to shoot that one. Let's have a look and see which other ones are worth taking out. So, in the interest of saving other people's ammunition, I think taking out that one is worthwhile. That one is also fairly close. He's got one more free reload as well, so we can shoot quite a lot of times as long as we don't miss anything. So let's take that one out. Boom, just like that. Well, if I knew he was going to roll a 9, I'd have gone for the other one, but you know, that's not how the game works. Yeah, we'll take this one now because it's too close to us. Now, of course, all the other ones are going to come running over if we kill the Chosen, because they're not going to have the Chosen to concentrate on anymore. It is sort of tempting to let them attack the Chosen, but I feel like that's probably just going to go badly, and the Chosen will do something unfortunate, and I'll regret it for the rest of our very short lives. So that's another 8 health. We can't take that one. That one that's 7, 96% at this point. Let's take that one on, because the Chosen will get a turn before the Lost do. So the odds, because the Chosen gets a turn before the Lost, whatever the Chosen wants to do to us will still happen. So I think we'll let's just go for the Chosen now. It's only a 72%er because he's in high cover, but I think it is very worth trying, because if it hits him, this is going to be amazing. There we go. Nice. Good shot. So there's my 10 free ability points, and now unfortunately all of the Lost are suddenly very, very interested in us. However, on the flip side, the way that all the Lost started to charge back towards us makes me suspect that maybe we have now killed all of the Advent troops on this map. Yeah, we know, we killed you again.
But there's no trace of that Chosen left.
Okay, maybe it's the first time we killed him then. Killed, because apparently it didn't stick.
Ruined their plans today.
Right, so again, run Pete forwards. And then we can start having a bit of shotgun fun like this. Oh, so only a 22% chance for crit. That's a little bit disappointing, actually. I was hoping for better numbers than that. He's also only got one shot, so... Well, we can shoot this one. Did the damage, at least. I'm going to turn the light on, because it's getting gloomy in here, and I can tell I'm starting to glow red. There we go. Right, now what we do, so he's got no ammo. If we reload, then he's going to be, he's not going to be able to shoot anything, because that's his final action. Is there anything in stabby range? There is. There's one over there, but that would leave him in amongst all of them, and that seems like a really bad idea. So we won't be doing that, you'll be pleased to know. Yeah, there aren't any that are a comfortable distance away from everything else. So we won't go in and do slash. That seems like an incredibly bad idea. I think we could run and gun. Run and gun would have helped. Would have run and gun have helped? I don't think it would have done. So we won't do any of that. Mango, what can you do? You can run forwards to here, where you'll be able to see two zombies, and you'll have and you've got a full magazine, which is extremely convenient. So let's run you up to... No, it has to be here. Interesting. So we'll put you next to the fire. I hope... just stay nice and warm over there, but not too warm. 63% on either of them. Let's take the easy shot. Let's take the hard kill, because it's probably the odds of actually getting in multiple shots here is pretty small. I think we'll just go for that one. Get that one weakened, and then hopefully it'll be a bit easier to take out next turn. There we go. Who's left? Okay, so Tristan has the he can go on to pistol Overwatch. I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe his rifle gave him an extra turn or an extra action or something from the last kill. We'll stick him on pistol Overwatch. Hopefully nothing will get within range of him being able to shoot it. Pete, you can't do anything other than reload, so we'll do that. I can't remember if Pete has the automatically shoot people if they get too close feat or not. He's also got Implacable, so he can move further. Let's see. So he's got Blade Master. That's not it. Shadow Step, no. Implacable, no. Untouchable. Oh, so he did score a kill during this turn, so he's guaranteed to get the next one to miss. And Hunter's Instincts, range attacks against flanked enemies deal +1. Sword attacks have... No, okay, neither of those are particularly useful. I'll move him a little bit closer, though, so he's in front of Cheese Wheel, because he has the... he got a kill, he's got the Implacable, so he should be able to dodge any sort of... any flak that comes in. Okay, there's a box over there that we need to get to, but... And over there. That's the least of our worries at the moment, to be quite honest with you. Right, as I was hoping, it looks like we are far enough away. And one of the Lost caught the train, which is incredibly lazy of them. That's a very slow way to get down a hole. Right, okay, so good. That went about as I hoped it would. We've managed to the Lost have moved forward, yes, but we're in a reasonably good position to deal with them. I'm going to run and gun Pete over there, because he's got enough ammunition and movement and everything to get over here, tag this box, run straight through the middle of the Lost like that, tag the box, and then start shooting. So we'll mark that one. Bing, there we go. He's basically got 100% on all of this, hasn't he? Yeah, so let's take... still only a 23% chance of getting the crit, which is upsetting. So we're not going to go after that one first. Let's go after that one over there, if you could. What? Shoot that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, let's take that one out. It's got 5 health, so that's a perfect amount of health to easily be a big guaranteed kill. And I'm not sure anyone else is going to be able to see that one. See that lost. Let's also then take out the easy ones over here. Yeah, because if we shoot these two, and then shoot the one that's got 8 health, then we'll do some damage to it, and Cheese Wheel can potentially finish it off. So we want, yeah, that one. That one's is a 98% kill chance, which is pretty good. He's rolling a lot of crits at the moment. What's the betting that this next one is not going to be a crit when we really need it to be? Oh no, that was. Well done, Pete. I approve. Yeah, that's okay. The intent is to burn through all of your ammo. Let's leave him for now, and we'll come back to him. Mango is in a rather toasty area. Let's see. So what we've got over here, you've got 2 of them with 8 health over here, and those are the ones that we're going to struggle with killing, especially with mocks. So let's take the easy ones out first. That's got 4 health, and how much do? You do 5 to 6. Okay, so we'll take the easy ones. You're going to have, let's see. So this is this first turn. So we want to shoot. No, that's not what I meant to press. This is the first thing of his round. So actually, that's a double move to get to there. That's unfortunate. We'll probably send Peter over to get that one. Let's carry on shooting the weaker ones, like that one. And then we'll do a reload. Yes, we know. Then you can keep shooting. Not that one. Yes, that one. So 99%. I'm happy with that. And then both of these have 8 health now, so we'll have to sort of we'll save that. We're saving those for Mango because I think she has a very good chance of doing significantly more damage. First, however, we should take Peter over to this box. Yes, and from earlier we saw that you can move over there even if it's a long run like that and still claim a supplies like that. Okay, so we could run and... Oh no, he's run and gun. He has run and gunned. That's fine. We've got two lost here with 8 health each, and I think that's the lot. And we have 3 soldiers left with stuff that they can do. One of whom is a ranger who can come in and do more damage, hopefully. Oh, damn it. Alternatively, she can just straight up hunker down because she's got so little health left. I'm worried about her dying. Fortunately, we have a sniper up here who does 7 to 9 damage on each shot, and so is very, very likely to get kills with each one of these. I just missed I didn't see the fire icon, so I didn't realise she was going to go up in flames like that. I'm also. Hopefully, he hasn't got it. You can only do a slow reload now. Okay, well we'll do that because he can't do much else. I suppose I could have run him forwards to do pistol stuff, but yeah. Anyway, we've got 1 zombie left, 100% chance of hitting, but 0% chance of killing. That's fine because I forgot about Cheese Wheel, who doesn't have any ammunition and still hasn't done anything yet, but therefore can get in a reload and take a shot at that lost. Now I'm pretty sure this is the last enemy on the map. I'm not certain. But if it's not, we're going to spend a little bit of time doing some reloading before we go anywhere else. Nope, there we go. That was it. Phew. That was quite a mission. It was all going absolutely fine until we discovered that Archon in the building here. Then suddenly things became a bit complicated. And it just stayed rather hectic because of the sheer quantity of Advent and Lost and Chosen flooding in. So yeah, that was quite hard work. I did make quite a lot of tactical errors in that one, mostly due to not looking at the icons and the speeds properly. But we got 39 kills and only 3 wounded. So there we go, Mike. You can put a you can say we can put it in as a on the prediction result there. Who went for excellent? That does seem to be what I normally get, to be honest. So, mission debriefing. So Peter got the MVP due to 9 kills. Presumably most of those were lost, but also he got a huge number of awards for close range, which is just getting up and sticking his submachine gun in people's, or his rifle in people's faces, which is a little bit it's not quite what the weapon's designed for. It's meant to be a slightly longer range one, but never mind. Maybe he wants to be a ranger secretly. Oh, and well done, Mark and Madman. well done for guessing correctly. Got most exposed. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Solo Slayer. Okay. Kill Stealer as well, and overqualified. Okay, yeah, because he's a captain. It doesn't seem too low ranked. He moved 60 tiles as well, which is quite a long way, and got 7 headshots. So so 7 of the lost. So 7 of his 9 kills were against the lost, but doing 63 damage, quite impressive. Pete was the heavy hitter, so he did the most crit damage and the sneakiest, apparently. Moved furthest while in concealment. Well, that makes sense because we have put a certain amount of effort into buffing his speed quite heavily. He also killed 6 lost and 2 others, and got 8 out of 9 hits. So that's not too bad. 115 tiles moved. Nice. Mango dealt the most damage while wounded. Yeah, sorry about that, Mango. But again, two kills that weren't lost and 4 lost kills. That's fine. And didn't miss a single shot. Nice. Lobster did miss one of his shots and one of his Overwatch shots, but he managed 1 kill against non-lost. But that was the chosen, so I think you get a bonus for that. And 82 damage. Mox, I don't know what the reds and greens in here mean. Maybe that's less than average or something like that. But yeah, he managed to get 2 non-lost kills as well. And Cheese Wheel got 1 non-lost kill, but did absolutely own that Spectre. So happy with that. And she's a lower rank as well, which is nice. Wanton destruction. Most environmental damage, fair enough. Tristan was the most high. Well, what can I say? Alright, that was good. Let's take a mission photo while we're here, because that was quite a mission. Hide the poster effects. This isn't... We didn't get there. This is up by the trains, but we didn't actually get to this point on the map. Can we get a different location that represents where we actually were? Where's this? Yeah! Is this out in the streets? Yes, this is out in the streets. That seems much more appropriate somehow, given how the battle went, and I can't drag it in the right direction. There we go. That'll do. That's an acceptable photo. I can see everybody as well. So, well done everyone who predicted correctly. Well done everyone who survived, and especially well done to everyone who survived without an injury. Even if in some cases it was done by staying hidden right at the back, but that's probably just sensible.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the...
At least Propaganda Woman has started admitting that attacks are happening, rather than claiming they're all just training exercises.
Voluntary citizen emigration number.
And touchdown.
This just goes to show that the chosen are vulnerable.
And 4 promotions out of that. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, granted we picked up 3 wounds, including 12-day one from Mango. That's pretty bad. Sorry about that. But you'll be back in the fun fairly soon, I'm sure. So let's have a look, see what we've got in here. So he's now a captain. That means he can get combat presence, which he can give an extra action. So that's interesting. So that's essentially the Bond have another go ability, but for absolutely anybody. Retribution. That sounds quite nice if anyone gets up close. Be very good against Lost, for example. Interrupt. I don't know. I'm not. I sort of vaguely understand the concept behind it, but it's something you've got to turn on in advance and have a good idea of what's going to happen. And maybe you could have him at the front and you could use no, not that one. Justice as his reaction thing. So when so when an enemy runs out in front of him, you can grab them, pull them into the middle of the squad, and then everybody can just shoot them. Maybe it'd be useful. To be honest, out of these, that one sounds extremely useful. I think we'll take that one. And I'm also I'm tempted to take Retribution, but we'll think about that. It's not like I use Mox a huge amount, so I don't want to spend the pool ability points on him if I can avoid it. Peter is now way up at Major. That's very impressive. So we can go for Ever Vigilant. Oh, hello, Trapper Group as well. Well, yeah, fair enough. Most people are on Twitch, so the chat will be easier if you're on Twitch. So I can totally understand that. And so welcome on that side as well. So we've got Ever Vigilant. If you spend, you're granted no automatic Overwatch at the end of the turn. That does sound quite handy. But then also so does with every successful Overwatch shot a 50% chance of another shot. Those both sound quite nice. I mean, this one is good early on when you're just sort of charging forwards, or if I'm just running forwards to try and get him into a useful position, because he's then going to be able to provide the Overwatch even if he's moved twice. On the other hand, having a 50% chance of taking a second Overwatch shot in a turn would be quite nice as well. Now his aim isn't amazing, but it's not awful, so I mean that could be quite useful. So let me know what you think. Comment down below or over to the side or wherever the Twitch chat box is, because I would appreciate knowing what you think I should go for there. Okay, Mike. Well, thanks for joining, and enjoy your early start. I've got an early start tomorrow as well, but mine's for holiday rather than work, so it's a bit more fun. So, Mango, you can have deep cover, which sounds basically useless, because if you're not attacking, if you're basically you're either going to be shooting or overwatching, in which case you're not going to be deep covering. So I don't think that's particularly useful. Instead, I think we'll probably go for untouchable. Because if you get a kill, then you can't get shot, which sounds great. So we'll have that one. That's a no-brainer, I reckon. And then Cheese Wheel, what do you get over here? You get Volatile Mix, which means a +2 for grenade damage. That sounds quite nice. Or even nicer, Chain Shot. And that was the one that I wanted in the last mission to be absolutely certain of taking down. I can't remember whether it was the Spectre or the Archon. No, I think it was the Spectre. Yeah, I think having Chain Shot would be fantastically useful here. So definitely going to take that one. Might take Volatile Mix as well. I think that might be quite useful. But we'll take... Yeah, I definitely want Chain Shot for now. So, coming back here for the Overwatch... Which Overwatch buff do we want, basically? Yeah, it's true. Maybe I should use Hunkering Down more often if I've got someone in a stupid place. I don't know. I tend to think the best defense is a good offense. Let's go for the Guardian, I think, here, because I think having the chance of the extra Overwatch shot is going to be more useful than getting a free Overwatch after moving a long way, especially. Okay, so I've got 2 votes for Vigilant here. Interesting. The thing, my concern is I'll forget that he's got that. I'll run him, so I won't run him forwards and to get the free Overwatch. All right, since you guys seem to be so sure, let's go for Ever Vigilant, and try and remember that he's got it, and I can run him forwards a bit further. Right, so that's all the promotions done. We've gained lots of supplies. Wow, that's fantastic. That's really useful. Superior scope. That's even more useful. Well, useful in a different way. That's pretty nice as well. Giving somebody extra dodge abilities. I should give that to someone like Mango, who keeps getting hit. Advanced Repeater I don't care about quite so much. Elerium Core will be useful, and all these resources are nice. And some more corpses as well to play with as well, of course. Yeah, I don't have a very good memory. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before. But that means one of my biggest problems with this game is remembering what all of my different soldiers can do, and therefore being able to put together a sensible plan based around that, because I'll have forgotten half of the things they're going to be able to do, basically. So, yeah. And we are low on science. Why? One of them's gone off on a thingy mission, I think. And Mango is frightened of fire, which is kind of fair enough, given that I did accidentally set fire to her on that last mission. So yes, oops, sorry about that. We can't send her in to be de-fearified in the infirmary because we don't have space in there. However, I will take Ursula out of there and send her over here to work as a doctor for a little while and improve all the recovery times over here. So that'll bring down Mango's recovery time from 12 days to 6, and I can then shove her in for the to get rid of the fear of fire as well. Does that mean she's going to get scared anytime there's fire anywhere on the map? Maybe it does. That's unfortunate. What's this about? Resistant comms at capacity. Oh yeah, of course it is. We'll stick another engineer in there at when we're ready to do any more contacting. Okay, we've nearly finished the Skulljack. Mark is nearly finished over here. I don't think we have any more stuff to do after that last mission. However, since we do seem to be rather short of scientists, what have we got here? Oh, supplies. Yeah, all right. Actually, supplies are very valuable. Let's go and investigate that. I feel like I'm playing fairly reactively at the moment, but at the moment, currently, I want to gain intel. Always want to gain supplies and such like. Even though I do have quite a lot at the moment because I haven't spent anything this turn yet. Yes, I think it would be better to have white on black. Tell you, okay, I'll spend a moment to see if I can switch that, change that over. Well, shut up, Hunter. See if I can change the text color. I've been messing around with various different options, and it seems that I can't do it while it's active. I'm afraid. Yeah, I did have it on with white text, but that was also virtually invisible against a different background. Maybe I need to make the overlay background, because you can just about tell there's a semi-transparent panel over there on the right hand side. I think maybe I need to make that slightly less semi-transparent. But yeah, sorry, I can't do anything about it right now, but I'll try and remember to. If you could send me a reminder message on the Discord. Hint, hint, come and join the Discord. Welcome to the party, all that sort of stuff. Then I'll tweak it sometime during the. Oh, time was passing while I was talking. Of course it was, but right, okay, good. Thank you to the bot and to the Tristan. So if I finish the Skulljack, that means I need to come back over to the Proving Ground and choose another thing to research. So I'm sort of tempted to try to get some experimental ammo, but I feel like a lot of it isn't worth the inventory slot it takes up, basically. Experimental grenades, again, I'm not really sure what you'll get from that. And the heavy weapons, I think, comes with the heavy armor, which we haven't got yet. Yeah, all right. Let's maybe a heavy armor would be worth having. That seems like it could give us a nice buff to something. Make somebody a bit tougher. Maybe give it to one of the grenadiers, so they've got even more heavy weapon capabilities. Or maybe give it to somebody else, so to spread the heavy weapon capabilities around a little bit. And then I would need to do the experimental heavy weapon down here as well to get that to work. Boltcaster is tempting. So is battlefield medicine. Skull mining sounds interesting. Skulljack we've done. Oh, we've built one. Okay, we've made one of those. And Spark is also vaguely interesting. I think the exosuit is probably the one to go for here. It's going to take a couple of trooper corpses, an Illyrium core, alloys, and yeah, okay. This is all stuff we've got just for this sort of thing. I think we might as well just make an exosuit and have a play with it. Oh, that was quick. Oh yes, of course, we've got a thing that means you get them instantly. Proving Ground Project, yeah, experimental heavy weapon. Right, okay, so let's get a heavy weapon to go on that heavy suit as well, see what we get. And that's going to take 6 days. Okay. That's fine, too. Do we have any bonds to... No, we don't have any bonds to improve. I don't think there's anything more to do at this point. No, research is still going on the plasma rifle. We can ignore that one. Shadow Chamber is 13 days in. Let's take this engineer out of here because we don't really need this space, and stick them in here to speed up the Shadow Chamber construction. 7 days. That's much better. We put one in the infirmary as well. Yeah, that seems to be fine. So let's go back over here. Let's get these supplies. Then we'll go after this scientist over here, I think. And in the meantime, when we get one of these covert actions completed, we'll see if we can do another intel collection, or we'll have a look and see what seems sensible out of those.
Our people seem to work well.
There we go.
Commander.
So Persistent is now a captain specialist. Excellent. We'll have to go and have a look at exactly what she's got from that in a moment, and we need to assign a new covert action, of course. Right, so we've got loot. I mean, we're doing quite well for loot at the moment, but you can never have too much stuff, so that's a possibility. There's only a will buff for that one, though. Ability points are certainly useful, and it'll give somebody an aim buff. That I do quite like, so consider that one. Supplies also useful. Just a health buff there, which is less exciting. Resistance contact +1. That'd be handy, given that we're a little bit short of those at the moment, and it gets me a soldier promotion. Okay, this one I'm definitely very interested in. This one. A facility lead is nice, but we haven't really got enough of the world covered yet to be able to go in and do most of these facilities. Reducing the Avatar project progress is, again, nice. Oh, what was the buff for that? Dodge +5, health +1. Okay. Get a breakthrough for a health +1. Yeah. get a superior PCS. They're quite nice, and another promotion. That's probably even nicer. Ooh, we could recruit an engineer. I have been saying that I want more engineers for a little while. Or we can make an upgrade. And I think yes. Let's go for the. Let's get the promotion and the resistance contact. Then let's get the engineer. Then let's get the PCS and see how far through the month we are at that point. This feels like a good way to do this. So we want to promote somebody, and that means basically pick somebody right up at the top of the list. Let's promote Pete to colonel. He can be our first colonel, and then we need to shove someone else in who's at least a sergeant. Now I could send in Lobster with him, which would knock a day off the thing. We do have another sharpshooter available in the form of Bagel down here, so probably so that probably makes sense. Let's keep the two of them together. And I don't want anyone to get captured, so we'll allocate that in there. If we do get ambushed, then at least we're going to have two quite good soldiers in there who'll hopefully be able to deal with the ambush without too much difficulty. Oh yeah, intel costs are double. That's a good point. So if there any of these that require some intel to reduce a risk down here are going to be rather expensive. Thank you. That's a very good point, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we'll try and stick to ones that require supplies. Right, so we've got that one going now. Lovely. Right, so let's carry on doing this. In a couple of days, Mark will have lost his negative traits. There we go. And that means it's now time to put somebody else. And who is it? It was Mango who has the fear of. Oh, she's still injured. Okay, we can't put her in here to be cured of her night terrors. I mean flame terrors until she's healed, and she's currently Mango. I'm looking. Up here, Mango, 5 days. Okay, so she's going to be out of action for a while, especially if we do put her straight in for that fixie uppy. The other two though are virtually healed now. That's really good. Having a medic in the bay or an engineer in the bay is really helping. And this covert action is running really quickly as well. I'm honestly impressed. All right, back over here again. A thing. Right. Okay. So we've Pete and Tristan have been ambushed on their mission. So let's begin the rescue, I suppose. See how this goes. Fingers crossed. Now, if I remember correctly, this means we only get the 2 soldiers, but we'll probably only get sort of 3 Advent enemies, or so. Right, where are we? Where is exit? More to the point. That's quite a long walk, and we've got Lost around as well. Okay. Okay, that's a very green building. Right, so what have we got around here? Let's. Okay, they are 3-dimensional buildings. Okay, let's start off by getting up onto the high ground. I think it's generally on these sort of missions. I feel like it's a good idea to try and go through the buildings at a high level, because then you're protected from the Lost, and any Advent you do find, you can shoot down at relatively easily. So send Pete up there, and we'll send Lobster up there. Hopefully Lobster's going to have the range to get up there as well. Yes, he does. Actually, he's got more than the range to get up there. Let's keep the 2 of them together on the edge here for now, and then we'll advance into the building in the next turn. Very cinematic. Top of his head. There we go. Okay, so we're getting Advent reinforcements here. Okay. I think there's not a great deal I can do here apart from move over to here. So I've got as good a shot as possible. We've got cover in front of us, and then we'll go on to Overwatch and try and deal with them. I don't really want to run away from them, because I found my experience is that if you try and run away from the Advent troops in this game, they will always find a way to catch up with you, and they always seem to know where you've gone, even if they probably shouldn't. So we've got an officer and a trooper. That's not too bad. The Overwatch might deal with them, especially with the high ground advantage. 8 health and 8 health. Let's see what they do. This could be a straight up kill. Okay, 8 health and armor, which is why it wasn't a kill. we've got Hunter's Instinct. What does that mean in this context? Which one's Hunter's... This one's Hunter's Instinct, isn't it? Oh, range attacks against flanked enemies and deal 1+1 damage. Okay. 88% chance... 88% hit chance. I'm not going down there. This is a possible kill if he gets it. We may need to bring Tristan forwards to finish off with the pistol if he doesn't. Or the sniper rifle if he really, really doesn't. What if instead... What are your chances? What are you thinking? You're thinking 78%. And similar 7 to 9 damage, I believe. We could go Deadeye. But that means 59... Guaranteed kill on hit, but only a 59% chance of hitting. I don't think that's a good idea. I think just straight up firing the sniper rifle at him is the way forwards here. It's only a 78% chance, but we do have Pete to follow up if necessary. Oh, okay. I have to admit I was expecting him to get more damage than that, but sure. At least we gained 2 ability points from it, I suppose. I mean, I could bring Pete down just to stab him in the face. Or to shoot him in the face, more likely. So we've got a 90... Oh, we've got a 98% from here. Why has it gone up? This was 88 before. We don't have holo targeting. We've not smashed any cover or anything. I don't understand. Have I done anything differently here, or is there a reason why this has gone from 88% to 98%? Oh, spotter, of course, because they're bonded. Thank you. You're right. Yes. This is what I mean about always forgetting about the sort of the special abilities that people have. Let's just stay here for this turn. I don't want to discover anything else while we can't do any shootings. Alright, and we'll advance through this building. So on the other side, we can just drop straight out. Okay, so we can come up to here, just jump straight out the window, and then probably up on the other side of the street. So we'll run up to here.
Moving to position.
I don't expect to find anything on this move because we've just gone into the middle of the building. I don't expect to see anything new, but we'll just keep moving along here and get an idea of what's going on. I could use run and gun to with Pete to move forward and look out the window and still be able to shoot, but there's no point. There's no time limits or anything. I think we'll take this slowly and sensibly. So we'll just Overwatch. Okay, so we have Lost coming to join the party. That's not entirely unexpected, if I'm being honest. If we move up to here, are we going to be able to get into this building on the next turn? I don't think it really matters. Let's move Pete up to the window first and have a look out.
Heading out.
Nothing down there. Okay. I'm actually honestly slightly surprised by that. So we'll move Tristan over as well. He's only going to get half cover, but since there doesn't seem to be anything out there, that's not so much of not so much of a problem. Actually, let's move Tristan to here. Then he's going to be in full cover. He's going to be able to see further down the street, and he'll have a better view down, and he'll have an easier run over to get onto this balcony in the next turn. And we'll stick Pete on Overwatch.
On Overwatch. Quiet. Do you hear something?
Okay, so there's Advent over that way somewhere. And there's Lost over there. That looks uncomfortable. I mean, I know they're zombies, so it doesn't really matter, but it looks uncomfortable anyway, having your head loll about like that. Okay. So as far as we can tell, this street seems to be safe. Disappointingly, Tristan can't make it all the way over onto this balcony in one move, although Pete can because he's ludicrously quick. So let's send Pete over there first.
Already there.
See if he spots anything on the way through. These speed buffs I've got for Pete have been incredibly useful. Having a fast ranger is fantastic. You can run up there then, and he's not spotted anything. So that probably means, emphasis on the probably means it's safe to then move Tristan over to here to the bottom of the ladder. I'll put him into a little bit of cover, in fact, over there. I don't like doing yellow moves like this, especially when there's potentially enemies in the area, but I think that's probably sensible. Okay, so the Advent is still over in that direction, so I reckon we're going to see them when we get to the other side of the next building. The Lost are not visible at this point. Tristan can't get up the ladder because Pete's blocking it. That's fine. Let's move Pete to here. What's the next building? Okay, so there's the balcony over here. Balconies are often a good place to do stuff from, I think. So if we move up to there. Yeah, we can potentially push through this way in the next turn, or we could just try and drive straight for the exit and go this way. But given that I think there's an advent unit somewhere around here, I think, judging by where we're hearing the noises from, I think that trying to get the drop on them is probably the way to go. So we'll run Tristan up here as well, and then next turn we'll push through into the into the rooms over here. It'll get us onto the balcony, it'll get us a nice view out down there, and hopefully we'll find whatever advent unit it is that's down there. But for now, Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch. I don't think we're alone out here.
This mission so far has been a lot less stressful than the previous one, although in a rather different way. Oh, here's a Lost. Yes, if you could shoot, yeah, I was going to say, you were on Overwatch for a reason, mate. So if you could just shoot them, that'd be much appreciated. Right, so this is the room we wanted to be emerging from. So if we run Pete through to here, we can see if we spot, yes, okay, there's another Lost there. That's no problem, we can deal with that like this. Also, Pete now has an empty magazine, so we'll reload him, and that's the end of his turn.
Hostile terminated. Could use some ammo.
Oh no, he's got one left. We'll reload anyway though, because there's no visible hostiles. And if we move Lobster in, then he can provide covering whatever is required with pistol. She should probably have reloaded his rifle at some point as well, but I don't want to have none of them on Overwatch. I'd like to having somebody on Overwatch feels like an extremely good idea. No, Pete, you're not taking your extra move. You're in a good position there. Okay, so the Lost are nearby. I mean, we're kind of used to that by now. Pete has a full magazine, so let's move him to here, because then hopefully he'll be able to see out, and maybe we'll work out what advent was making noises down there. Nope, nothing there. Okay, so let's shove Tristan over here into this corner, and we'll do a reload. Reload. Oh no, he gets 3 reloads. Never mind. There's no point in doing that then. And we'll stick everyone on Overwatch because some Lost are probably going to come up this ladder while we're messing around up here. Any more for any more? Okay, there's an Advent Trooper. And pistol Overwatch. Boom, missed. Well, there was a wall in the way, to be fair. If Pete could shoot him as well, that'd be appreciated. Apparently Pete can't shoot him as well. But there are some Lost. I don't think we're going to leave them alive long enough for them to actually attack the Advent Trooper, which is a bit of a shame. Because the Advent Trooper is obviously more dangerous, so we're going to try and shoot him first. What have you got? You've got 100% against that Lost. You've got 77% against that one. So given the effective hollow targeting we're getting in this round, we could alternatively take a no. Oh, Pete actually can't see the Advent Trooper. That's interesting. From here, we'd be able to see both of those. Don't know what his chance to hit would be like. Can't do a slash attack. Can do run and gun. So we could get Pete to here and shoot the Advent Trooper at short range from almost anywhere. Can't get a flanking shot. Oh, no, we can get a flanking shot from over here, but that's relatively long range for a ranger. How about we pop him out here onto the out here? He takes a shot at the trooper that will almost certainly miss, and then Tristan will get the massive buff to his aim. Alternatively, maybe we could shoot some of these Lost first. Still only an 89%. That's because of the distance, isn't it? Yeah, weapon range. There we go. I believe Spotter works both way round. It's not a ranger. It's not a ranger sniper ability. It's a buddy ability. So there we go. Yeah. So bonus to aim when the bond mate is attacked or been attacked by the soldier's target. So there's extra bonus if the bond mate is adjacent. Okay. So we're only going to get the partial bonus this time. But if Pete takes a pot shot at the trooper, then Tristan will have a much more accurate shot at him. But I need to decide whether it's worth taking an 89%er at this Lost first. I think it isn't, because the Lost are far enough away that they're not really a worry. I would like to shoot at the Lost on the ground underneath us, but I don't have an angle on that one, so we're just going to shoot at this. We're going to shoot at the trooper and stick with plan A. And we're going to straight up get a kill on it, because, who knows, because, well, you know, there was always a chance of that, but it wasn't what I was relying on. So there is a Lost down here somewhere, so we do have a risk of it coming up the ladder. However, if we're a little bit sneaky here, if I move Tristan out to here to block the ladder, then the Lost can't come up and get us. That one down there, in fact, that we can't really, we can only sort of, we keep getting hints about. So he's there, he's now got 95%ers with the pistol. Let's, I mean, why wouldn't we? Take a couple of those, and then you can go on to, Overwatch as well. And it's just going to make things a little bit quieter for next turn. So we'll now go on Overwatch as well. You are not going to take your extra move. It's a shame that the extra move can't be used for an Overwatch, and just giving him an extra sort of point. Oh, that is not a Lost. Yeah, okay. That's a concern. I mean, it's not like you can do anything this turn, but it's still rather concerning. Now, the fact it's come up here actually makes it a lot less concerning, because this means we can just go after it. They're a noisy lot down there. Yeah, because it's come up here to join us, that means that Pete can just shotgun it in the face at point-blank range, or because yeah, he's got 100% on that. This is going to be a 6 to 8, and it's got 4, 5. Yeah, this is a guaranteed kill. I could go Deadeye. It would only be a 91%. I was just curious to see the numbers, really. That's the only reason I was looking. So, you know what? We might as well take out this zombie first, because that's 100%. And he's got 4 rounds left in the mag. Just, you know, tidy the place up a little bit. Then we might as well reload, to be honest. I feel like I'm being awfully calm, given that there is a mech standing right in front of him. But now we can just shoot the mech. We've got 100% hit chance, 6 to 8 damage. It's going to take 6 to kill it because it's got 2 armor and 4 health. So yeah, boom. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Pete a promotion because he's already a major, and the sheer amount of XP that you require to get a promotion from major to colonel means that I think we're probably just going to have to do that through a what do you call it? A covert action that comes with a promotion reward. 4 to 5 damage, 100%. No reason not to. Boom.
No longer a threat.
Oh, I see. That's fair. I think you still get some of the XP from even if you've already leveled up or earned a promotion in a mission. I think you still get some of the XP from it. Is this still 100%? It's still 100%. So it's not completely wasted. But yes, I think having Pete take out that mech was the right thing to do, because it was such a obvious, easy, sensible shot to take. Okay, so we're now in a really good position. Where I think we've killed off most of the Lost. I would be surprised if there's any more Advent. I'm not going to say there's no more Advent, because that's hubris, and we all know what happens when you go to when we use hubris. But I would be fairly surprised if we saw any more. Oh, there's a couple more were Lost down there though. So wake up. There we go. The rifle might have been the wrong choice of weapon. Oh, well, I got the kill anyway. Okay, they're going to be sitting ducks of Pete, I think, and possibly for Tristan. I don't know which way around I want to give these kills out. As discussed, yeah, let's give them to Pete. He's got 100%. Oh, he's got 100% on both of them, so there's no reason not to. And after this, I think we need to start moving. Ha, that's true. The cone Overwatch. I wonder if you presumably can't use cone Overwatch with the pistol, because that'd be a bit too powerful, because you would just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and yeah. Let's take the free reload.
It's killing time.
And it's 100% with that one, or it's 100% with the pistol as well. It's 100% with the pistol as well. Let's just do that. There we go. Blow him right off the back of the container. That's a lot of recoil. I'm tempted to advance Tristan forwards, but I don't think I want to when Pete can't support him. So we'll do another Overwatch. And if as I say, I think that was okay. The Lost are approaching, so that means it's time to skedaddle. Let's send Pete to here. So do a little bit of recce up ahead. Right. Okay, that looks pretty safe. And then Lobster can follow him, and we'll move Tristan along to to here, I think. That looks like a good place to sit. He's going to need... He can't move quite as quickly as Pete, so I'm going to have him do runs, even when it's... even if it means we lose on... Oh. Bugger. That was a mistake. Right, Pete, it's all up to you. Do you have... Yes, you have Deadeye, and you have Run and Gun. So, I think if we move Pete up to here with Run and Gun, which I've done, yes, I have. I could have given Tristan an extra action, actually. That was an option. Right, we have a 98% chance to not kill it. Or we can have a 74% chance, which is a kill if hit. Let's... Well, the other one isn't going to be a kill unless it crits, and there's only a 22% crit chance. So I think just going for the Deadeye here is the way to go, and this is why we've given him things like Deadeye. So let's just try it. I think. There we go. That's what we wanted. And there's some loot as well. I was going to say, so since you've got an implacable, let's run you forwards and grab it, but actually let's not. Let's just sit tight for a turn, and then we'll punch our way through the Lost, and we're ready to leave. So, they've all got up to 6 health, which means we can... Right, so Pete doesn't have a free reload. Tristan does. So, what can you see? You can see that one on 4. That's a 6er. So let's shoot the 6er because we can. Because that's a guaranteed kill with the rifle. You can see one more. That's only got 4 health, so that's not too much of a danger. So we can run Tristan forwards to about here. He's then going to be able to see two out of the 3, which he can then take on with a pistol and maybe kill. Pete has ammunition for taking out 1. Actually, he hasn't moved yet, so he can take out. Yeah. So okay, here we go. We'll take out the first one. That's just 5 health, so that's fine. Skulljack win condition. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I know you can use the Skulljack to take on Advent troops. I don't have a Skulljack with any of these people because they're not hackers. And I've only just made it and haven't really thought about it yet, if I'm being honest. Ooh, it's only 75% chance, but, I mean, there's no real reason not to take him. Oh, yeah, that one. Okay, yes. That's an extra thing. So we can... It is a thing that is generally... Thank you for pointing out what he meant, Meme Lord. That's a thing that I'm supposed to do at some point to advance the story, but I don't have to do it on this particular mission to complete the mission with all singing, all dancingly. Why does Pete still have a double move available to him? He did a reload. I'm confused, but I'm not too confused that I won't run forwards and grab the loot and then shoot these Lost. Yeah, I don't know why he had an additional move available there. I'm not going to complain, but I don't know why. He didn't. I don't believe he has an autoloader. No, he doesn't have an autoloader. So I don't. Yeah, I don't understand why he was able to reload and still fire, basically.
I'm on the move.
And Overwatch all. Oh, that might just be Tristan, actually. Oh no, it's noticed both of them. Oh yes, of course, because he's been killing Lost. And actually, he can make it from it. He can make it to the extraction point of the dash. He can't. So let's dash him as far as we can. Hide behind that generator. Pete will support you if you find anything you don't want to find. Yeah, that looks safe. Well, we won't leave him. So we'll just run Pete forward to here, and then Pete can Overwatch, because there's bound to be some more Lost showing up at this point, isn't there? It's just the way things always go. Oh, okay, that was a very, very quick turn. It was a turn. It does bother me that sometimes I don't notice that the turn has happened. With 2 people, it doesn't really matter, but sometimes when I've got a lot of people, I can sort of go through and sort of be overwatching people, and then suddenly it does an instant new turn, and I carry on putting people onto Overwatch without having realised, and that's a little bit unfortunate. Alright, XCOM operatives extracted, and that was a flawless. I'm pleased with that, especially with particularly with the second surprise robot. That was a little bit of a worry. No, all right, let's have a look at the mission debriefing. There's not going to be much of it. So we had a 90% real shot accuracy, 75% Overwatch. Most hated unit was lost. Okay, killed 6 of them, and we got one kill that wasn't a lost. Kill stealer. And then over here, Pete got MVP because he got 13 kills, of which only 7 were lost. So he killed 6 Advent. Really? Oh no. Maybe some of the lost weren't. And 100% shot accuracy as well. So that's pretty good. Right, yeah, that was all very good. So let's take a mission photo of the 2 of them. Judge, Judy, and Executioner, as they say. Have a little bit more zoom there, I think. A little bit of there we. So this is a reenaction of the bit earlier near the beginning of the mission where one of them acted as a spotter for the other one, except Peter's got distracted probably by an aeroplane going by or something like that. And right, we've looked at the other stats, so we can continue. Right, okay. Well, that was a slightly more hectic end to a covert op than we normally get, but I think they handled it very well. So pleased with that. And yes, Lobster has indeed gained a promotion up to captain. So that gets him, right, we can have steady hands, where if he didn't move, he gains a +10 aim, +10 crit, or he can hunker down in order to get 20 aim on the next shot. I mean, that's a pretty easy decision. That's clearly going to be steady hands, because he often stands still, but there's no way I'm going to plan ahead enough in order to get him... in order to hunker down, because I'm going to want better aim in the next turn. So that's clearly going to be steady hands, even if that, and that comes from the sniper as well. So sniper tree as well, which is how we're promoting him. So yeah, that looks like a good one. Boop. And we've got an autoloader, which is. I mean that's nice actually. Having another advanced autoloader, we can slap that on maybe on another sniper rifle, or maybe give it to one of the Rangers, because they've been ripping through ammo a lot recently, and that's because we've had a lot of lost missions, granted, but they've been getting through a lot of ammunition. So I think letting the Rangers reload more instantly would be quite useful. Right, great success. So we've got an additional resistance contact now, which is going to be handy later once we can afford to actually go out and find more resistance. Peter's been promoted as well, so we're going to need to go and have a look at him in a moment. But we're going to assign a new covert action as well. I decided what I wanted, and so I was going to go for the recruit engineer. So somebody's going to get an aim buff. Let's go and have a look at people's aims and their targets and their intentions and their plans. Here we go. Aim is shown in this column. So they're all up in the 70s, 80s, except for my squaddy, who's just never doing anything because he hasn't been given a proper name yet. Pete has a ranger with 80. That's quite impressive. Lobster has 89 as a sharpshooter, which is astonishing, as does Beth. I think perhaps another one for Cheese Wheel, and so now we can't send Mango out with her, so that's going to slow the mission down a little bit. But I think another aim buff for Cheese Wheel might be quite useful, because she's got the lowest aim of anyone in the top ranks, so captain or above. So I think and having the Grenadiers able to actually hit stuff means you can then start using fun things like chain shot and the like. So I think giving Cheese Wheel the aim buff would be quite useful, and then maybe we'll send someone a little bit less capable in with her, someone who needs a little bit of a nudge in the experience area. So we want to go over to the resistance ring and set up a covert action, which is going to be the recruit engineer. Hang on, actually, no, we've got enough engineers at the moment. We don't need to recruit an engineer. I know I was saying I needed lots, but I think actually, no, we don't. I don't want another engineer at the moment. We seem to have enough. right now. Manufacturer, not bothering with upgrade. PCS is tempting. Oh, yes, that comes with another promotion. That's why this was a really tempting one. Getting a +1 to shotguns, quite nice. That will get us a health buff as well. Could go out looking for the Chosens. Avatar Project. Actually, this is quite tempting as well. Was that one? That was oh yeah, that was a promotion one, but that's an Intel one, so that's really expensive, as we discussed earlier. That's not the reward here isn't so good, but this reward, soldier reward, isn't so good, but this reward is quite tempting. But no, I think this one, getting dodge and reducing Avatar Project progress. What is the Avatar Project progress like? Pretty minor actually, but even so, I think it's still worth doing it. Yeah, let's do this one. We'll get somebody some extra dodge. Can we see how much dodge people have got and decide who would be a good person to give this to? That's movement, I think. Oh, that's probably dodge. That icon, I imagine, is dodge. So yeah, basically, it's something I've been giving to the Rangers. So Peter's got 14, Mango has got 7, which is why she hasn't managed to dodge things quite as well recently. Ha! Thank you, Mark. Yes, I did just remember the intel in time there. Lobster shouldn't need to dodge. Beth shouldn't need to dodge. If she does, then something's gone wrong. Cheese Wheel tends to be a little bit further forward. Cheese Wheel possibility. Mark is already very, very dodgy. We won't give him any more. That seems a little bit unnecessary. Persistent again. Persistent should be lurking further back, I think. So giving her extra dodge, not so valuable. Mox, on the other hand, Mox could do with some training in that area. I kind of mostly want to go for my core cast. That's sort of these people up here. Let's give. When will I kill a chosen? I probably will. Yeah, I probably will fairly soon. Maybe I should be looking at those missions actually. I would give Mango the dodge, but she's wounded for another 3 days. 3 days, so I can't do that. Let's give it to Cheese Wheel. I think having her able to dodge a little bit more would be useful because she does tend to find herself fairly close to the front line. I suppose yes, I could go after the Hunt the Assassin. What does that require? That gives an aim +2, and requires at least a major. Yeah, certainly could do that. Could go after the Warlock a little bit more. Or the Hunter. And that's an aim +3. All right. Let's do the let's do this one. Maybe giving the Templar dodge would be quite useful. I don't intend to use them all that much though, and with this game, if you don't get used, you don't find your way up the ranks, and therefore you don't get promoted. Therefore, you get used even less. So now I need to choose who's got an aim that's going to be worth bumping it up even further. Oh yeah, I was saying Cheese Wheel for that one as well, wasn't I? So we'll send Cheese Wheel in there, and who's Cheese Wheel's bond partner? It is Mango, who would be suitable to sending on this because she's a major. But we'll send Peter out instead, I guess. They can go. It's going to take them 8 days, but they can go out and find the Hunter's home base. That does seem worthwhile, actually, to be honest. Why is the armory trying to get my attention? Oh yes, because I need to upgrade. I need to promote some people. Let's do that through the training centre instead, because it makes things a little bit easier to see. So we have Pete, who has made it all the way up to Colonel. Congratulations on being my first Colonel. You get the what's the name? The champagne bottle again, ploof, as your probable reward for it. What's the other one? So we've got Rapid Fire, where he can fire twice when he runs up to somebody and sticks his shotgun up their nose. That's incredible against tougher enemies, and the enemies are only getting tougher as we get further into the game. So I think almost certainly going to go with Rapid Fire. The only other decision is whether I want to get Reaper as well, and also perhaps look at some of these things. First melee attack cannot miss. Each melee kill in Reaper mode grants an extra action, but further melee attacks have reduced damage. Okay, so he could potentially run around stabbing lots and lots of Lost with his sword, for example. I think that's sort of vaguely nice, but I don't think it's that that higher priority. He's clearly getting rapid fire. The question is there anything else that's worth having? Blade Storm is quite nice, but isn't there a shooty equivalent of it that he might already have? No, it's Mango who's got the other one, isn't it? Blade Storm is tempting, but that would take a big chunk out of the XCOM ability points pool. But he's not going to get promoted any further, so we're not going to get another. We're not going to come and look at this again, and there's not going to be anything new to spend these 4 points on. So I think Blade Storm is very worth having. What do we get? Kill Zone, which is the zone reaction fire. Salvo is not going to be any use for me. I mean, he could throw a grenade and then shoot afterwards. Rupture, possibly useful actually. Especially if we combine. Oh no, you can't combine Rupture and Rapid Fire because they're two different abilities. They're not passive things. I think no. Given he's got Rapid Fire, he's probably not going to get a chance to use Rupture. I think yes. Let's give him Blade Storm. It's going to use 9 of our the XCOM pool, but that's fine. Who is the other promotion? Persistent down here. Right. What? You seem to already be promoted, Persistent. Why are you clamoring for my attention? Why were you clamoring for my attention? Oh, is it their the bond is ready for upgrade? No. There is a promotion thing in there. Says, but we've already given a threat assessment. I'm not sure why she's alerting for a promotion. Let's see if it is the yes, it's this one. So this is the one we're going to do. So let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. Lose them for 6 days, but I think that's going to be very, very worth having. And then there's the other one with Pete and Tristan as well, which we'll do at some point as well. Okay, I think we are now done. I have a lot of supplies that I haven't spent, but never mind. We'll carry on. Let's try and just get some even more of them. Oh, that new scientist has expired. Damn it, that's annoying.
We arrive upon the asylum of those depraved enough to defy the elders.
So the Warlock has reduced my income from an area that I'm not getting income from. And presumably that just means it'll be less valuable when I finally get it, but at the moment I struggle to care about that very much.
Had any issues targeting civilians, and their chosen are no different. The resistance is counting on us to protect their people.
How much intel have I got now? 64. Not a huge amount. Oh, well, we'll finish this one off and then have a think about what we want to do. Flamethrower. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a flamethrower is a very situational weapon. Might be fantastic against the Lost though. It just requires you to have lots of enemies in a very, very small area. Now we're about to finish a lot of things, so we'll finish this one up, and then boom, Shadow Chamber. Okay, we have a Shadow Chamber.
I'm impressed with the strides we've made in infiltrating the alien psionic network. The depths of their technological advancement continue to leave us one step behind. However, with the enhanced decryption capabilities of this chamber, I'm confident we will find a great deal more information than we had previously hoped.
Dun dun dun. Right, I can examine the recovered Blacksite vial. Okay, well I guess we'll probably do that. Yeah, I feel like the flamethrower is not enormously effective, but you know, could come in useful. I'll take it along because I haven't got anything else to put onto the onto the heavy armor, and see what it's like. So let's research the Blacksite vial because I don't think there's anything else I want to research. Oh, okay. No, not do that yet because we're doing we're researching the plasma weapons. We might as well finish that off first, then we can come over here and do the Blacksite vial because I think I didn't have a huge amount of different researches that I wanted to do, and it's basically finished anyway. Is everyone healed up now? Yes, everyone is healed. So let's pull the engineer out of here. Stop playing doctor and go in here and carry on digging because you might as well. Oh, we've got 2 spare. How come we've got 2 spare? Where was the other? Where was Angus before? Oh, Angus was building the shadow chamber. There we go. That's fine. Don't want to do that. Oh, do we have anyone else who needs curing of negative traits? Yes. Mango is scared of fire. With good reason, but I think it's worth curing her of that. Okay. Let's finish off researching the plasma rifle. And getting these supplies.
did
There we go.
prove beneficial.
The aliens aren't going to be happy when they see we've got energy weapons just like theirs now.
Pew pew. Yes, I shouldn't give Mango the flamethrower. Although actually, once she's gone through and had the and lost the negative scared of fire trait, maybe she'll actually really like the flamethrower. Maybe they'll cure her by turning into a pyromaniac. Test is referred to operate. Right, so the aliens have made plasma weapons that are highly destructive to them, or extremely dangerous when they use them. Okay, well that's good to know. At least Tygon is has the sense to fix them, so they're not going to blow up in our hands, which is nice. Powered Shadowkeeper. Okay, that's nice. I should give that to a beam auto pistol. Oh, these are all things I need to go off and spend money on to get, and that one, and that one, and that one, and okay, modular bullpups. I don't use the skirmisher enough. I don't think it's worth it. I think I won't. Storm gun. Oh, that's the upgraded shotgun, isn't it? Yes. So having the plasma shotgun would be quite nice. Having the plasma heavy cannon would also be quite nice. Because the problem is, you research a new level of weaponry like this, and it goes, okay, well you can have the rifles, but now you need to go off and research all the other ones, and you go, for goodness sake. But it is a possibility. It does mean at least I'll have upgraded the specialists and potentially upgraded the rangers if I decide it's worth switching them over to rifles rather than shotguns because they do just straight up do more damage. So given that, I think I'll probably do the beam cannon first. Ooh, this is going to get me a load of intel, isn't it? Yes. It's only 3 days, whereas this one is 17 days. So let's do the datapad decryption. Because that's quick, and we could do with the intel. Then we'll go off looking for more scientists, because I could do with more scientists. When is the end of the month? Supplied 12 days. Because we should be losing. Oh yes, the pistol to upgrade Mark. You're quite right. Let's have a look in the armory and see what we can afford. I don't mean armory. I mean in engineering and see what we can afford. Items. I've got a lot of money, and there's more money coming in fairly soon. I'm very tempted to make another set of blue screen rounds. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. Beam pistol, maybe. More usefully, the powered Shadowkeeper is 100 supplies. Wow. This is only 50 supplies. And a load of other stuff as well. But yeah, if we get this one, this should make this will hopefully make Mark absolutely lethal. Boom. Squad upgrade. Yes, let's have the plasma rifle because that'll definitely go to the specialists, and we'll probably end up giving it to the rangers as well. At least until we've researched and then built the super shotgun or the tier 3 shotgun. Am I on tier 3 or am I on tier 4 now? I can't remember. But yeah, we'll have one of them. My money is dropping quickly, but not too ridiculously. The beam pistol is tempting as well. So any sharpshooter who goes out on a mission will take the Shadowkeeper with them. But if we take 2, because we're taking Mark and either Tristan or Bagel, then having multiples of these would be quite useful. I think I'll save the resources for now and see when it seems like a good idea. I don't want another nanoscale vest. I will make another blue screen rounds because I have got quite a lot of money and that seems very useful, very worth having. Okay. That's most of my money.
At one point, I thought about trying to bring in an advent mech to see if we could integrate the gremlin AI. The idea.
And we'll finish off the supplies here. Bing, now we've got even more again. There's only 73 of them, but still, that's not too bad. Right. Members of alien alloys. Let's think about this for a moment first. So we can go out, we can look at this battleship to get some alien alloys. Actually, that's the only thing out there for us to do, isn't it? It's either that or go to the black market and see if the prices have come back down again yet. Let's fly over to the black market and have a quick look at it, see if the prices have come down again, and also if there's anything I want to buy. Or possibly even if there's anything I want to get rid of. Superior scope sounds tempting. It's only 20 intel. Yes, I think prices have come back down again. So it might be safe now to start doing the start going out and making contact with more resistance areas. I think I'm still going to buy that superior scope though, because those are incredibly useful. They can make everybody much better at aiming. And with all of these sort of superpowers we have for doing novelty types of shots like chain shot and deadeye and so on, buffing the scopes first is incredibly useful. So take that. The stock is tempting. I know it means even a miss shot gets us three points of damage, but I think I'm going to try and avoid missing. And it's another 20 intel, and we only have 44 left. So I think I'm going to pass on that one for now. Maybe another month if a stock comes up again and when we've got more intel, then we'll think about buying it. But yeah, none of the rest of it seems particularly worthwhile. I don't think we've got enough supplies. We've got enough of the other things. Yeah, so I think that'll do. Selling stuff though. Let's see. Is there anything down here we don't want? Auto, yeah, do want that. Want that. Skulljack, I do want. Advanced repeater. The repeaters are my least favourite because whilst having the execution is amazing, it's also such a small chance it hardly feels worth using. Superior agility would be nice. Superior scopes, obviously, I'm keeping. Basic stock. I don't know. I don't like selling stuff. Have you noticed? Because I don't know what I'm going to need. Now let's skip that. Oh, so you're thinking if you're using incendiary ammunition, it would still set them on fire even if you missed them. That could be potentially useful. I see the advantage of that. I still think I want to make more contact with more regions though. So I don't really want to start. I don't want to waste. I don't want to spend all of the intel. Basically, I just don't want to spend all of my intel because especially I'm quite short of it. And yes, okay, we've got. Well, we have covert ops that can gain a bit more. We can scan here and gain it, but very slowly. So yeah, I think let's go after the alien alloys for now, and we'll try and get intel from other methods. And also, if I've got enough supplies, then I can build the antennae in order to make getting more contacts cheaper. Okay, and the mission has procced, so it's
Shadow chamber running the numbers. These are the tactical projections.
that's quite nice. So it works as a hyperwave decoder as well, and tells me what enemies are going to be available. So I'm not going to do this right now because it's getting a little bit late. I know I'm finishing much earlier than normal, but this mission is probably going to take a good sort of 45 minutes or so, and I have to be up very early tomorrow to go on holiday, and I want to go and be vaguely sociable. So we're going to cut the stream here. Well, actually, we'll have a quick look through the options available and maybe think about which one I want to go after. So this is a sabotage transmitter. That's not too bad. 200 supplies. It counters the dark event. I don't care about a huge amount. So we get supplies, which are nice, but not much. I don't care too much about the rest of it. Hacker workstation. Get an engineer. Engineers are useful, as we all know, but I'm sort of okay for those at the moment. Alternatively, I could go out and get a scientist. Now, I have been saying for a while that I want scientists. And losing the risk of capture on covert actions would also be extremely valuable. So I think going out and doing this one is going to be the one to go for. Yeah, well, no, thank you for being here, Madman. I think it's fair to say that the death toll in XCOM 2 tends to be rather lower than the death toll in XCOM 1994. Yes, I shall be streaming XCOM again on same time next week, next Wednesday. I shall also be streaming Factorio on Monday if that's something you're interested in. Also, I'm working through the challenge missions in XCOM 2 as well, and releasing those on Tuesdays on my YouTube channel. So one of those came out yesterday. So if you want to see more of me playing XCOM, head over there. There's also recordings of my previous streams. I do tend to use explosives quite a lot, but every single mission we've done today has either been in a position where where the cover hasn't been too much of a problem, or there's been lots of lost around and I've not wanted to encourage them even further, or actually in a lot of cases both. So in this particular mission I haven't had too much trouble getting I feel like I haven't had too much trouble getting the hits. It's just sometimes I've had enough trouble getting in enough hits. So yes, I shall be back next Wednesday for further XCOM shenanigans, and on Monday for Factorio, if that's something you're also interested in. There's also going to be Factorio videos Friday, Saturday. Those I have already made and uploaded, so that's gone quite well. Because again, going away. And I think that's pretty much everything to say. So as ever, thank you very much for watching. I'm glad you've all enjoyed the stream, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye. And find the end screen. There it is.